Okay, who Mike so much?
Who's this? What?
Someone's bumping their mic.
Muted, so
I'm taking that as correct.
That was a pleasant sound.
Ooh. Was there a timer up? Oh shit, timer's up. Oh shit, timer's over.
It's okay. It's time to run the ad, and then you'll be on the line.
Okay.
It buys you a whole 30 seconds.
Ah.
Pre-roll ads? What? Oh! So if I manually run an ad, those that come in after that ad for 10 minutes no longer see an ad. Cool.
Huh.
Neat.
Awesome.
But
Learn
anyways,
something new every day.
well, that's especially nice because the ads that play when you first come to the channel, that profit goes to Twitch, not me.
Hmm.
And I don't like that. I prefer sharing that kind of profit.
Fair enough.
Anyways, hello everyone, and welcome to the stream. I am Razim, and this is Echoes of Eberron Dungeons and Dragons. I will pass this over now to the most horrific of us all, Yark.
Oh shit.
Hello. I forget what we did last week.
You
Fair
fail. Alright, now it's moving over to Mickey.
enough. Oh Christ.
I gave you a chance, Dova.
Hey everyone!
It's
We're
not
gonna
my
have
fault.
a fun time! We're on a train, but there was no first class.
That's probably
Yeah,
why I
it's
didn't
pretty
remember.
succinct. Yeah, that'll do.
Have all the money.
That's probably why I didn't remember, because I'd suppressed that memory.
The just the mention of no first class was just enough to like trigger you.
I have to be around paupers.
The
Terrible.
poor and people who don't have servants.
The poor people.
Oh. Jesus fucking Christ.
I never said I was a wealthy gator.
It's just getting weird.
Well, now that Mickey is done, we're going to move it on to Goofy.
Oh,
Oh. Oh.
that's all. He's back in the other room.
He left.
Train
He left.
belongs.
He's good.
I am the only one here. I am your god. Oh,
Oh shit, dude. That's pretty messed up.
I mean,
Dova,
Here-
man-child. Keep
Oh,
going.
shit. Alright. Please don't yell at me.
Oh,
It's not the yelling that you have to be afraid of.
Fair enough.
I mean, it's not like any of the DC or Marvel
it's the
superheroes can
Disney
stop him.
dungeon.
Oh. That makes me like more concerned.
Oh, you should be. Oh,
Jesus Christ.
shut up, Goofy.
Jesus fucking Christ. He's just being mean to Goofy.
I can't breathe.
Horse Mickey.
We're getting sued.
So
Yeah,
please.
yeah, here comes the yeah. Let's begin before Disney lawyers start showing up, because you know they fucking will. All right, so
Word of our community's acclaim spreads.
Oh
last
god, that's
session.
Disney.
Oh shit, there's Disney. Oh fuck. Oh fuck, guys.
Disney's hosting us.
Guys,
They're watching us.
Disney.
Tales of our endeavors
Walt Disney's
proliferate.
cryogenically frozen head would like to know your location.
I was just about to say that. No, I think DreamWorks is hosting us, so they can try to fight back.
What were we doing?
So,
Oh, yeah,
first
D&D.
of all, those of you with Spotify Premium can listen along with me.
Don't have it.
Well, shoot. I don't know if, but if I'm in the Discord, I think you can just like right-click on me and then listen along. I'm doing like atmospheric shit.
There's actually like a button that you sent.
I already did, yeah.
Yeah.
But it should open up the playlist for you at the very least if you don't have premium. Anyways, last session you guys made the trek from Rustport to the nearest city, wherein you caught a train and started your multi-day journey towards Sharn, the city of spires. I believe it's towers actually. It's none of you have really been there aside from Yark, so either way, you guys wouldn't really know any nicknames of it. So you're headed there to cash in the bounty on your redeemed, or not redeemed, but scavenged treasures, especially the 3 spell shards which you were contracted or you saw wanted at for 1,000 Galifars each. And you are now headed there with Blue's corpse inside of your bag of holding.
Corpse used the loose term, I believe.
That's fairly true. We'll say body. I think that's a much better word for it.
Less horrific.
Yeah, less horrific. And as you get underway, the snow streaking past as the train slowly accelerates down the hovering above the line of anchor posts. These tiny little quartz spires that provide little jumping points for the sparks below the train. The compartment that you're in is very sparse, especially considering the previous steerage classes you've been on. There seems to have been extra seats added in, though most of those are empty right now, as the train is in fact at very low capacity. But the sort of bench seating is cushionless. It's dry in here, but it carries a very distinct smell of other people's body odor. But you've definitely dealt with worse, especially considering that you recently spent about 2 weeks in the Mournlands. I'm sorry, about 3 days from your perspective.
It was longer than it should have been.
That's true. But the actual first day of travel actually goes by fairly uneventfully. You guys are given kind of access to rudimentary meals. Those of you in the steerage class, those of you in common class are given slightly better meals, but basically they're on par with your trail rations. Previous trail rations that you've eaten, that is. Do any of you start eating the rations which you got from the innkeeper in Rustport?
I think Xeris would probably chew on a couple.
All right.
Just
The
to have
rations
some.
themselves are fairly interesting. The sort of super dense, almost shiny leaf coverings. It looks like it was almost grown into place around the package inside, and as you kind of tear off the very tough coverings, you find a very neatly, very densely packed um, series of meals, or not meals, but series of kind of small dishes, snacks, um, and basically it's very good actually.
Like a mini bento box.
Kinda, yeah. More akin to like a modern MRE, which kind of everything is separated into little like pouches made of that same kind of grown out large leaves that are kind of compacted and packed into this small package.
Gotcha.
Not super fancy. It's not self-heating, sadly, but tastes fairly fresh, and it seems to go down pretty well.
Yeah, Nate will be munching on his as well.
All right. You actually got the main meal seems to have been kind of a rice pilaf with little bits of what you suspect are meat, but you're not quite sure. Either way, it tastes pretty good.
I got the chicken fajita Murray or the pork rib.
Go
As long as it's not omelet.
ahead and give me a D100 roll.
Oh wait, that's.
That's 2d10
How do I do? Do I just do
percentage. Like
Oh, I
you
have to
right click
I have
on
to
the yeah.
right-click, my bad. Yeah.
You in fact got the chicken fajita.
Ah, my favorite. Burrito bread.
It's good stuff. And you guys kind of have a restless sleep. Yeah, it's fairly hard to get good solid rest while the train is continuing to move. But you guys seem to fall asleep kind of easily. Kind of toss and turn during the night, but eventually the sleep gives way to a kind of muddy gray wakefulness as the countryside outside is continuing to pass by. You know that you are scheduled for at least one stop, but you're not exactly sure where. There was a little briefing given by one of the attendants, and they were very very vague about where you guys would be stopping, if at all. It appears this one may be nonstop.
Just get
guys-
there faster.
That's true. And this day seems to be no different. Very kind of dull outsides. And about 2 hours after you wake up, you actually see the familiar city of Sterilasker. And you guys have been here before. You did a few little adventures going out to the plains and basically just doing a little bit of scavenging, searching around for some bandits and such.
The first train snack.
It's true. That was very close to here.
Yeah, we went in that underwater cave.
Mm-hmm. That was kind of more near Hatherill, but yeah, for sure.
This was the place with the raptors, wasn't it?
I believe so. Yes. And as you see the town getting closer and closer, you notice the train is indeed not slowing. As with a kind of burst of built-up snow on the lines and kind of just above the pylons, you plow right on through. Continuing
Train
on.
shows No signs of slowing.
No signs of slowing.
Does the conductor know which way they're going?
You're not sure.
All right, carry on.
The weather does seem to actually worsen a bit. The clouds outside gathering and making the midday sun kind of fairly bleak and dark. And up ahead, you guys see kind of through the twisting turns and curves as it moves through this fairly hilly plainscape. That not planescape you're thinking of. It's like a landscape, but with like plains. Either way, it was a dumb joke. I apologize. You see off in the distance a large formation of mountains approaching. Go ahead, everybody, and give me a history check. Also, I do have one thing to add before we actually get into things. I want you guys to look at your ability scores. And actually, I'm going to do this for Dusty since he is not here yet. But to go ahead and take a look at your ability scores and take your modifiers for wisdom and charisma. I'm sorry, intelligence, wisdom, and charisma, and add them to 8.
Like all three together is one number?
Yep.
Okay.
16.
Okay. What?
16? Oh.
I'm sorry, I did not understand what you're asking for.
All right.
Can you hear me?
Post in chat so we wouldn't forget.
For 5, it's going to be
Well, guys,
13.
apparently they can't hear me, so I gotta restart Discord.
All right.
One moment, everyone. You guys should still be able to hear me, at least. Just Discord wasn't.
I'm
What
hearing
goes on?
sounds.
All right,
Actually,
can you guys
no,
hear
you're
me now?
Oh, hey.
Yes, there we go.
Yes, I do.
Okay. What were you asking for with all this? With the intelligence, wisdom?
Yep. Just go ahead and take your wisdom modifier, your intelligence modifier, and your charisma modifier, and add them to 8.
So you get one big number.
Yep.
Oh, so 8 plus them. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I don't think I'll necessarily need one for DeSoda. Actually, might as well.
It's probably the most interesting passive skill check we've ever done.
This is big brain time.
Oh yeah,
Charismatic dog.
big brain time. Oh god.
All right. So
Wait, that's plus 8?
Yes. I mean, he's got a minus to intelligence. It's only a 3. And a minus to charisma. Which I never agreed with that because, you
Everyone
know,
loves that.
animals are beautiful. And there's also the fact that, you know, the other part of charisma, your presence. If a wolf walks into the room with you, you're gonna be either terrified or in awe.
well, that's more of
Proficient in
the
intimidation.
wolf in
but-
combined with, you. Also, that's more taking into account its ability to interact with people. And, reading the presence of a room while you look. Well, wolf
There's
certainly,
a lot that
looks
goes
amazing.
into charisma.
Yeah, there's a lot that goes into it. Anyways, it's just a -2. Don't worry about it. It's not too bad. So this is going to be a new ability score. So
Oh,
go
God.
ahead and figure out your modifier based on that. Yark, I believe you're going to be a +1.
Amazing.
Anon, you are a +3. Zerth, you're going to be +1. Dusty's going to be +1 as well. Sinnoh, you're at 0. And Desoda, I believe that's going to be a -1.
The Cavens
Yeah,
have to
it's
stick
minus
together.
4.
-3.
What
Oh,
is this for?
I will tell you in due time.
I'm gonna write it under special defenses.
Oh, I was gonna put it at senses.
Excellent idea.
Somewhere.
Just
My
write special stat.
My special move, it says undo death and then fire, fire, and more fire.
That's pretty descriptive.
There you go.
EVA, the Dova stat.
That'll do it. All right. So a history check. Enun
21.
and Sinnoh. You've looked at the map quite a few times, and you know kind of a general layout of the continent, and you know for a fact that there should not be any mountains ahead.
Something went wrong when we were on the train?
I mean, if you want to, go ahead and give me a perception check or maybe investigation, something like that. Insight would probably also work here.
Everything. I find it all. Found the final boss.
You unfurl your map of the area, and looking at it, there shouldn't be a mountain up here. You're absolutely certain of that. But on the map, there's these gigantic, towering spires of a mountain, almost splitting the entire continent in half, right in front of your current sort of path. You're clearly still on the way to Sharn. You're on that line. But something's not right. And Sinnoh, kind of looking over, you'd kind of notice the same. You know for a fact that there's not these giant ridge of mountains separating the entire continent, north to south.
So it's separating Berlin to Zulargo?
Basically, except stretching all the way up to the top of the continent.
Oh, the continent. Okay.
Yeah, not like
thinking
the
the
country or
countries.
kingdom. Continent.
So from like the Whisper Woods to Orenburg.
More like demon wastes all the way down to Dargoon.
That's a long stretch of mountain.
Mm-hmm.
Demon Waste.
All
Yeah,
the
I've got
way
no
top
idea
left.
where he's talking about. Oh.
Yeah.
So all the way from up there to where?
Dargoon,
All the way
bottom
down
right.
to Dargoon.
Okay,
The
so it's
southern edge of the continent.
And we're seeing a mountain range stretching that far.
Yeah.
It must have been something that happened in the past few
And
months.
we're seeing all of this from a train.
Yeah. The path is kind of.
I can see the curvature of the earth.
I mean, you look on your map and that's what you see. But
It's
you
just-
recall there not being a huge mountain range here.
Wait, we look on our
Power
map
Stone, you-
and magically see this mountain range portrayed on the map?
Yeah. It's
Power
just
Stone,
it's
uh,
portrayed as like a little section of like upside down V's, just showing like a giant mountain range.
Hmm. I assume you informed the rest of the party.
I mean, Zerth, aren't you back in the steerage area?
All you guys are actually back in steerage at the moment.
I paid
We're
for
all-
the,
Yeah.
I paid for middle class or whatever it was. Coach.
That's thinking back on it, you're not really sure.
I am very sure.
Go ahead and give me a roll with that stat.
Jeez. I am very sure.
Well, yeah, you definitely did buy a ticket for common class. But as you kind of think back, you recall, oh right, I actually came back here. I'd forgotten something in Zerth's pack.
Okay, what the hell do I have in Zerth's pack? Zerth, what did you take from me?
I hold my pack very close to my body. I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know either. I don't know what I'm talking about.
It was the granola bars.
I may or nope. I'm gonna keep that to myself. Never mind. So, how are you guys doing?
What?
It's at about this moment that the train enters a tunnel, and the interior of the car goes almost completely dark, lit on the far sides of each of this car, kind of near the exit to the rear and to the front, by rather small Everbright lanterns, just kind of flickering and giving off a kind of a warm bluish glow. Actually, it'd be more kind of near an amber color.
I'm gonna slowly grip my weapon as I just kind of look around. Are trains supposed to do that?
Dude,
Is that
I
in
don't
character or
know
out of character?
That was in
anything.
character.
Okay.
I don't know anything about what is going on at this point. This entire world is just confusing me. We've got a magic. I'm some reason back here with you. Apparently, I've got something in your pack that I want.
I don't know
And
what you're talking
also,
about.
there is a mountain range that has randomly appeared on the map.
He's gonna finally look at the window. Where the hell did that come from?
Well,
As you look out the window into the darkness of the tunnel, every so often you see of the rather rough-hewn mountain, kind of reflecting from the little lightning strikes of the cars against the little pylons underneath. Go ahead and give me a perception check.
Perception. Not bad.
All right. Staring more closely, you see, you kind of blink hard a few times because you're not quite sure what you're seeing, but every so often you see almost like you're staring into a giant chasm. Like the depth perception isn't quite lining up right. Go ahead and give me one of those special checks.
All right. Special checks. Let's see. Okay. +1 to that, because apparently my +1 did not work.
All right. Da-da-da. I believe. Yeah, go ahead and give me a D100 roll.
Oh boy. Oh, we wanted low numbers, right?
sometimes.
Yeah, it's like golf. All right. And actually, roll a d10 for me real quick. Thank you.
You're
So,
welcome.
as you kind of hold your hand up just above your eye to get a good view without the glare from the inside, off in the distance, impossibly far away, you see something so offending to the natural order that you can't look away. As just the sight of this creature, object, this concept is so alien to your way of thought that trying to take it in and trying to understand it freezes you in place. You are now paralyzed for 7 minutes
I drop my cigar.
as it just rolls out of his jaw, kind of smoldering on the floor.
Sinnoh will poke him for a moment,
I pick it up and put it back in his mouth.
and then shrug and pull the backpack away to look in his pack to find whatever it was that Sinnoh wants from it.
All right.
What is Sinnoh looking for?
The cigar falls right back out of his mouth.
No.
Digging around in his pack, you see what you'd expect to see in Zer's pack, some more cigars and stuff like that. However, there it is. You reach in, get your arm in there, and finally pull out the object you've been looking for. It's a hand. And now that you've actually holding it, you're not quite sure why you wanted it. It's a human hand, but you don't recognize who it's from. But it's from someone important.
Snack.
Someone
Finger
important, huh?
snack.
How rotten is it?
It's still warm to the touch.
Zer's a witch! Burn him! Not
I
really.
resist the fire. It'll take longer.
Sinnoh will blink at it and... What do you make of this thing?
Who are you showing it to?
Yark. And he'll also show it to Anoon. Why not?
Well, I've never prepared human meat before, but I could give it a shot.
No, I mean the fact it's still warm, but it's disembodied.
Oh.
What's
Hey,
everybody's
you-
passive perception?
Okay, I thought you could see that.
Yeah, but I'd
Uh,
like you guys to look at it.
15.
Fields of our endeavors proliferate.
But
13.
I'll stay. I mean, usually when meat is still warm, it means it's fresh.
Passive is 12.
Fifteen
Alright, so
here.
this would be Sinnoh, Yark, and I suppose DeSoto would notice this too. But you'd hear for a brief moment as the train brushes by something, a brief scratching just below the floorboards in the direction of travel, basically as though you maybe ran over something. There's a very kind of faint, quiet bump.
I don't even notice. I mean, I notice, but I don't pay it any mind. That's normally how trains go.
Fair enough.
Noon is trying to access the second spell shard that they got. So he's kind of preoccupied by that right now.
All right.
Or actually, no, he's been he's been too focused on the train. My bad.
Fair enough. As you guys are kind of talking amongst yourself, the gripping effects of this sight upon your psyche slowly kind of release their claw-like grip as you're able to finally tear your eye away just for a moment so that you can regain your train of thought. Pun may be intended.
Do I remember, like, not necessarily do I remember what I seen, but do I remember seeing something?
You remember seeing something.
Okay.
You still can't really grasp your mind around what you actually saw and how to maybe like describe it and put adjectives to it. But you know that it was very bad. It was very almost obscene.
Is it still out there, or did it
As
fade?
far as you know, it's still there.
I'm gonna ball palm Sino's head with my big mitts and turn him to face the window and say, "Do you see that?"
The mountain?
I'll point to where I saw the creature.
All right. Are you going to focus and kind of look past the glare of the lights reflecting off of the windows?
Yes.
All right. If you're looking specifically in the direction, I'd say you probably would not need to. Go ahead and give me a save with that ability score. And by the way, in case you hadn't already guessed, that extra ability score is your sanity score,
Yeah, I figured.
and that's a big save. That's a big fail. All
I
right,
had a feeling.
give me a D100.
Mine's decent.
72. All right. So, Zim, what you see as your eyes kind of lay upon it, but not like just slightly before you actually shift your vision to it, you see off kind of in front of the train, there's this very long line of these little blue lights, which the train is kind of slowly following. It kind of curves up and down and kind of loops around in this absolutely nonsensical, practically impossible way. But you know in your heart that that's the path the train is going to take, right into the ever gnashing maw of whatever that thing is. And at this point, you can only thing is the only real word that you can assign to it. But you know for a fact in the back of your mind that you are not supposed to be looking at this thing. That even trying to comprehend its state of being is madness.
Then he will very quickly
And you
look
know
away
that
if
you'll
he
have
can.
nightmares. Sorry?
He will very quickly look away if he can.
All right. You tear your eyes away as your head starts to throb and twist within your skull.
We may have a problem.
May? Whatever that thing is, we've got a major problem.
Well, it ain't a steward, I can tell you that right now. I'm gonna go pick up my cigar.
All right. It burned away roughly kind of a quarter of it while it was sitting on the ground, making a quite nice little scorch mark.
Is this still lit, or?
It's still going.
Okay, he's take a big drag, and then he'll look down at the Sino. Are you still holding the hand?
No, he passed that to York and Noon.
Okay, never mind then. And then he's just gonna look to the rest of the group. What's the plan?
Hmm. I don't want to look at the thing that both of you had negative effects looking at, so I won't.
Why not, Yark? It's part of the family. Everybody gets a view.
It seems dangerous.
Hmm,
So, should we get off this train, or
that may be wise. And with that, Zer's gonna stand up.
Have this mountain range. There might be some new stops around here, so we should probably get off. Noon feeling a bit more sane than most. Point or than a few others.
Hey, Noon? Yark? If you're talking, we can't hear you.
Do you not hear
Or Noon-
anything?
and then
Oh,
just
sorry.
something?
I completely
Yeah.
zoned out. I thought that was someone else
Okay,
talking.
yeah, because I feel like I.
Yeah, no.
wasn't
I was,
hearing-
sorry. I was just meaning
Yeah,
to say
okay.
Yark.
Did you hear what I said though?
I'd be okay with getting off. It might be dangerous though. We could check and see what's going on with the driver, if anything.
What are the odds that there's going to be a stop inside this mountain?
Is it a stop that we want, though?
No, but the train's going to break or something.
I think the best course of action here is going to find the conductor and telling them to stop from going into a gnashing maw of teeth and death.
Great idea.
Let's
I
try
guess.
not to tell the other passengers. Right now, we
Agreed
don't
there.
really need mass panic.
That is
we know
definitely
that these
agreed.
things we know that these trains have a jail, so we probably shouldn't all try to rush the conductor.
Well, at the same time, you guys mentioned passengers. You kind of look over your shoulder just to check if you're getting any attention. And I'd like the moment that you guys notice that the passengers who were previously kind of talking quietly amongst themselves and sleeping or enjoying a little snack are now all corpses in various states of decay. Most of them fairly advanced. Everybody go ahead and make a sanity check.
Yark
Raku's
is
just-
gonna.
and Noon's
um,
gonna look and go, ooh, interesting.
Yark is gonna rub his chin with his hand and say, "That's not ideal."
That doesn't bode well.
Oh my god.
That
Well-
doesn't bode well.
Oh, alright. Give me
none
a
of us-
freaking moment.
None of us have good numbers on the stat, Nova.
I do.
Yeah, but none of you
but-
got above a 10, and most of you have pluses in this, so...
Come on, it's corpses.
I have a plus
Noon will be
one.
fine.
So all of you failed. Go ahead and give me a D100 check.
The max is the max we have between us is a +3.
That's still pretty decent.
It's, eh.
Also, I am rolling on different chambers depending on how
I know
intense the
how well.
failure.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I don't know if you know this, but I know how madness checks work because I did an Out of the Abyss game that was really fun.
Call of Cthulhu does it really good too.
Well, is Signal
This one's
insane
big
or
New
no?
York.
Did you give me a D100 check?
Oh, you wanted that. Sorry.
Yep, a D100 roll. Thank you.
First one for Sinel, second one for DeSoto.
All right. Not really very noticeable for DeSoto. Cobalt. Sorry.
Yes.
Yerk.
I respond to both.
There you go. Your kind of innate sense in the world is kind of faded with this sudden realization and all this kind of pushing in at you at once. Your mind's swimming, trying to keep up, and it's slowly drowning. You now have disadvantage on wisdom-based checks, so animal handling, insight, medicine, and survival, but not perception.
Interesting. Okay. Remind me if that happens again, if that comes into play.
All right.
I'm like super out of
35.
touch with the world then. That makes sense. You know, I don't play high wisdom characters. High intelligence? Maybe. Wisdom? Nah.
All right, so, Inun, you so violently reject this reality that you end up accidentally creating your own. For the next minute, you see the passengers as not having changed at all. They still look quite alive to you at this point. Although every so often, if you blink your eyes in that split second as your vision is focusing, you still see their gaping, lifeless jaws.
Noon would keep trying to get back to that reality. I don't
You're
know why
shaking
he would
it off.
reject that one. Yeah. Silver's like,
All right.
all right.
Zerth did pretty all right. You are now stunned for one round, Zerth, as you're
Okay.
just completely unsure as to what exactly the fuck just happened. And finally, Sinel. Your 100 roll was 11. As this is starting to get to you as well.
Hey, Dova.
Yeah,
I reject reality and substitute my own.
basically. As your confidence has been severely shaken, you've been thrust into this situation without so much as kind of like any warnings, and so you're nervous when you speak, and you can't really project your influence nearly as well. For the immediate future, you now have disadvantage on persuasion, deception, intimidation, and performance checks. So charisma checks.
Joy!
And I think that's everyone.
What the soda?
He's dealing with his own issues, but it's fairly hard to tell. Might be that he's not quite smart enough to realize that this is so very wrong.
The soda pays no attention to the train. He's just having flashbacks and hearing
He's having
Kiwis
Vietnam
in the background.
flashbacks.
And gunfire.
Arrow fire. All right. What do you guys do? As an uncomfortable chill slowly starts to invade the cabin.
Zerth's gonna get up and investigate the bodies.
All right. closely investigating each of the bodies, you are starting to piece together. As you look at the bodies closely, there's an awful number of vicious, violent wounds occurred on each one. One of them nearly has their head chopped off from the back. It's just hanging on by their esophagus. Not esophagus, trachea. A handful of them are missing limbs, multiple stab wounds. It's just violence.
Anoon just sees the cleric start to pickpocket the sleeping passengers. Hey, Zerth, what are you doing? Who's
They're
getting in
not-
trouble with the train?
What? They're not gonna be of any use anymore.
They're sleeping. They're gonna want it when they wake up.
He's gonna look at him, just say, "Well, that's one way to put it. I guess it's sleep they'll never wake up from." As he continues to examine the bodies.
Cast on them. Why won't they wake up?
Are you feeling okay?
Yeah, I'm just sitting here, as I have been. You guys are freaking out about some kind of gaping maw. I didn't see it. I'm just paying attention to the train. I noticed his mountains. Those were weird, but other than that, I don't know what you're freaking out about.
You don't see the corpse train that we're in the middle of.
Those specific words kind of resonate with you for some reason, and you're no longer able to subconsciously maintain that image as the hallucinations fade away.
Whoa. What is... Oh.
Hmm.
Oh, this is much better. It was really cramped.
Zerth's gonna he's gonna try to stifle a last laughter, but it comes out as like a choking hit.
I don't know if my Hanna-Barbera sound effect made it through.
I heard that one. That was pretty good.
It was really good, yeah. I didn't really know how to react.
Yeah, I didn't know how to react to that, so and he's just gonna point to the corpses. So somehow we're on a train full of dead bodies heading towards something in the distance.
Find anything good on the bodies?
Death.
And he stands up and tries to find some I can't think of the word. Some of the corpses that they haven't messed with. And
All
try
right.
searching through them.
Unmolested?
That's the word for it.
That's a word for it. Go ahead and give me an
Uninteractive
investigation check.
corpse.
I mean,
I can't say I'm a necromancer. You can't talk about molesting corpses.
Looking through their possessions, you would happen to find tiny little rolled up and folded photographs of clearly the owner of this body, previous owner of this body, like their immediate family, all smiling and hugging each other and having a great old time. But other than that, you really don't find anything in their possessions. You do find the half-eaten remains of a chicken wing in one of them, though. It smells fairly good.
There's something primal inside of him that he just can't leave that chicken wing there.
You gonna eat the chicken wing?
Oh, I'm gonna eat the chicken wing.
It's fairly cold and stale, but it tastes good. It's got a nice spice mix to it.
There is no judgment on Zerth's eyes at all. A corpse wing? Okay. And if anybody you could have done that in front of, Zerth was probably the perfect gator to do that. Any
Yeah,
good?
well, that was finger looking good.
Ugh. So, you guys going to try to head towards the front or try
Yes,
to
good
head towards
idea.
the back? You guys would know that you're basically in the caboose right now.
Yeah, we would probably start heading up towards the train. I know Noon's gonna be pretty careful because he just had a reality shift.
Mm,
Not exactly sure what else is different.
fair enough.
Debating raising one of these corpses. Well, 2 of these corpses.
3 of these corpses.
Could do 6.
Oh.
We just take a half hour.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Will you not do that for my sanity?
Choo choo.
I will pull a DM fudge to prevent that, just so that any sort of combat runs semi smoothly.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't do that.
Okay. All right. So, heading towards the front, you find that the door leading into the next carriage is in fact unlocked. And being the winter, there is sort of a canvas sleeve going between each car, just to keep the wind and snow out as the various attendants move from car to car. So there's really no risk of accidentally peering into the void. But as you move into the next cart, it is completely dark inside. I need to reset the mask. All right. But it is pitch black in here.
Very happy that there's a map. There are 5 of us, and then just add another 6 zombies.
This isn't an ominous, the fact that we have a map in this current situation.
Right. This doesn't bode well.
Oh, I'm excited about it. I love when we have the smaller maps.
I said it isn't ominous.
Ahead of you in the pitch black, as the door kind of swings shut under its own sort of momentum, maybe even a spring that kind of just shuts it automatically. The light source from behind the previous train car is just shuttered out with a very faint click. But it's very quiet in here. It's much quieter than the previous car. You can barely even hear the sound of the wind outside. But there's still that very steady kind of bobbing, kind of wave-like motion that traveling on the lightning rail provides.
Big,
All right, we
even
keep
get the
walking.
I can't even get the bottom corner to shrink it. It's only letting me do a
Click on the middle of the map, and then you can just left click on it and you can drag it. And then you just drag it up, and then it should.
Oh, hey, that worked.
Yeah. Finally, it's just proof that Fantasy Grounds, the developers, actually listen to what's the problems.
Artifi Margalugan.
You okay, bud?
Yeah.
I don't think any of us are okay at the moment.
No, no,
Fair
we're
enough.
not.
Hey, did you see my sanity roll? Don't judge me.
I think all your fantasy rolls or your sanity rolls were fantastic.
Oh man, don't get me started on my fantasy rolls.
Hey Dova, I just realized something that
Yeah?
makes this really, really bad.
I need to mute myself.
My brewer and my cook supplies are both wisdom checks.
Oh, that's brutal.
Yeah, it sucks a lot.
So, what do you guys do?
I'm gonna start moving forward
All right.
and take up front.
Pitch black.
I'm gonna hold Zer's tail as he walks. And
All
walk with
right. Is that who I think it is?
hello? It is Dusty.
Hey,
My boy.
what up? It's your boy. I think some people can fill in the gap after that one. It's a real good one. Dusty, if you're trying to talk, we can't hear you. I think you're muted.
No, I'm not trying to talk yet. I'm just changing my icon.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough.
Anuna's gonna light some illusory fires on his tail to try to light up this dark train car.
All right. Dusty, hi.
Yes. Hello.
We're doing spooky things.
Oh, spook. Big
Yep.
spooks.
The train you were in entered a tunnel in a vast mountain range, which you guys knew does not exist on the maps, or actually exists on the maps now, but didn't before.
Oh no.
Yep. And this is the second day of travel, so about halfway-ish to Sharn.
How's Dusty's mind going, Dova, since you were rolling for him?
Dusty, how are you? You're here.
Doesn't my
But
mind go? Or does it?
I did add an additional ability score.
And-
It is your sanity score.
Oh no.
Yeah. You've got a 13 or a +1.
Yay!
Yeah.
I'm the same boy.
But I'm gonna actually drop you on the map now that you're here.
How do you roll sanity? Is it the usual roll d6s?
Yep. Or no, it's a D20.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty
+1.
alright. So
Yeah.
could have been significantly worse.
As Dusty kind of gains awareness as he's walking through the middle of one of the corridors, just
His eyes
in
finally
between.
focus instead of doing the chameleon thing where they're off drifting in different directions. Hello?
Hello. Welcome to the land of the living.
Are you
Kinda.
sure?
Yeah, this
No,
isn't
we're on
much
a
of
corpse
a
train.
living.
Corpse train, freaky thing outside. Don't look outside. Spooky car. I think you're caught up.
Spooky car, you say?
Spooky bacon.
Wait. It's a very important question. If they're not alive, can I bite them?
Yes.
The
Yes.
moment that you light the torch, the darkness around you illuminates with tiny little reflective orbs, which, as the light brightens and as your eyes focus, you realize are vacant, staring eyes.
Just
As
even like
strung
to bite
around
one?
you on nooses, meat hooks, chains, and impossibly thin, razor-sharp wires are corpses, almost like puppets. And as the train continues along and swings and sways, these puppets kind of swing and very kind of gently sway to either side. There's a very faint jingling, maybe a clank or two as the chains kind of clatter against each other.
Dusty would like to
You're
prod
pre-rolling
them
it
on
in.
the back end of his spear.
Yeah, if it was less than 10, he was gonna bring out his quarterstaff and start beating them like pinatas.
All right, because
A prudent choice.
the
Ah,
bodies.
A prudent choice.
That's actually pretty smart. But the bodies that you see are all family, loved ones, people who you yourself might have killed with your own hands or your own actions.
Hey, there's a raptor.
Essentially,
Awesome.
Ooh, that chili was really bad.
go ahead and give me a sanity check, Dusty.
So this is
That's a
literally
D20 plus 1.
a hallway of our greatest hits.
Uh-oh.
Really?
No
There-
one
to-
has rolled
To
well.
each one
yet.
of you, you see someone important in your life. Zerth, I assume you can guess exactly who you see,
Yes.
as their eyes stare almost judgingly at you blankly, their faces twisted in expression of pure terror.
He grows silent and is almost visibly shaking with rage.
Sinnoh, you'd see, strangely enough, DeSoda strung up with a handful of what looks like bear traps. Silent and kind of swaying with a slight momentum of the train car.
He's gonna look behind him to make sure that the real DeSoda is, or to his. Make sure the real
DeSoda
one
is
there.
currently as small as he can possibly be, his tail between his legs and just kind of shivering as he's looking at these bodies. You're not sure what they could be for him.
Noon sees the elder wood elf that sewn the robe he's wearing now, and kind of brings his arms together to just keep his field of view to just be the runes, to try to keep that sight away from him, because he doesn't exactly have family, but those are the closest he has.
Mm-hmm. Dusty, go ahead and give me a D100 roll. So right click on the D10 and
Yeah,
perception. Like the percentage, sorry. 53, alright.
Senna will carefully put a hand on DeSoda's head, offering some comfort.
DeSoda jumps, kind of fairly startled when you put your hand on his head, but he seems to settle down. Let's see. It was what, a 53?
Yeah.
All right, let me see what's in your inventory real quick.
Many things.
You have a lot of things. You have a lot of maces. Wow.
Hey, he's keeping those until he finds a better use for them, like juggling. And more juggling.
The only use is juggling.
Is there any other use for maces?
Not for a monk.
A mace fort.
Hmm. You kind of thrown into this. You're trying to grasp any sort of familiarity. As you kind of blindly reach around into your pockets, you grab the tiny little kind of platinum box that creates the fire on the inside, and you hold that to your chest tightly, gripping onto it as though it's a luck charm.
What did I grasp?
Basically the tiny little Zippo lighter.
Oh, neat.
You have disadvantage on pretty much everything whenever you're more than 30 feet from it.
Well, it's in my hand,
And
so
that would
cool.
last... Oh, that's a 10 hours. Oh, I'm sorry.
Ah.
That'd be 100 hours.
Motherfucker.
It's only 10 times 10.
That's a lot.
Keep your
So
light
that's like
close.
what?
Something's the matter. I'm
6
supposed to like
days?
the dark.
5-ish
Mine,
days?
mine was
5-ish.
indefinite.
Yours was indefinite.
I
Unless
figured.
I say otherwise, just assume it'll stay.
I believe mine was like pretty much the definition of an actual insanity, just like out of touch with reality or something like that.
I think I just got paralyzed.
For like a minute, yeah.
Zerth is gonna walk up to their corpses.
All right.
And just lay a gentle.
Silent.
And he's just gonna lay a gentle hand, because deep down he knows this is not them. But the fact that something is portraying this has got him in such a cold rage. He's just gonna mutter to himself, "The one who has done this will pay greatly." As he
As
looks
it kind of
towards the other.
sways, very slightly sways. The little swaying motion, like the pendulum, kind of stopping as you place your hand on it.
Looking down on Noon's gonna try.
A clawed hand lances out and clamps around your neck. One moment, Noon. I'll put you back here for a sec. As you look up into her eyes, her eyes are now just bottomless pits of blackness. As she spits forth, "The one who did this was you," and just a torrent of insects of black slime starts pouring out of her mouth onto your snout. It tastes foul and it stings. It just hurts. You're going to take that'd be 7 points of piercing damage, and you are going to take 3 points of acid damage as everything comes to unlife. Could I get an initiative roll out of everybody?
Yeah. He'll go, as he just gags on it, he will go,
And you'd actually probably get a reaction out of this, Earth.
it's like, I may have left, but the one who did this was her, and I will find her.
It just clenches down harder.
So real quick, before we actually go into initiative, I wanted to interact with the skeleton.
Did
Okay.
mine not show up?
Your initiative roll, I do not believe it did.
It was an 18. I'll roll. You want me to roll again?
Go ahead and just put it in. I think you should be able to just directly edit your initiative.
Let's find out.
It's on the far left.
Order.
No, that's your wounds. That's the far right. I'll just put it in. Oops.
Yeah, it wouldn't let me. It just went to wounds for some reason.
Your initiative is apparently 818.
That's not right.
That should do it.
And he says that with just such determination, and like, if fire could be spit from his maw, that's what that would be.
You say it from just within the pit of your gut,
Mm-hmm.
spitting out some of the acid which had fallen into your maw. Well, this is a bad time because you just disconnected. But Yark, what's your dexterity?
My dexterity is +3. It's 16. Did
Plus
anyone
3?
hear anything that I just said?
I don't believe so. You said you wanted to talk to the skeleton?
And then that's where I
That's-
cut out?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Now you know how I feel.
I want to talk to the skeleton. Literally.
Yep. All right. So, what would you like to say to the skeleton?
So I'm guessing the skeletons I'd see are like his workmates from the house or something.
Yes.
And,
Your companions, your colleagues, friends who you've grown close to.
He's gonna bump one of the legs of the skeletons with his arm and say, "Jerry, you've lost a ton of weight. A skeleton." Although you always said you were a big.
Give me a
Oh,
sanity check.
looks like that's not true though. No, he's insane though. That's the point.
No, this is just for damage, because I hated that pun.
Which one?
All of them. You managed to narrowly dodge that proverbial ethereal lightning bolt.
Aw, come on, Papyrus, it's funny.
I'll make you roll one too, Anun. All right. Your ethereal self is causing a lot of trouble. All right. So, Yark, it is your turn first. As your previous colleagues and mentors, I'll try to bum rush you with chef knives. They're still kind of anchored in place, but they have plenty of reach, especially in these cramped quarters.
I'm gonna hold out my arm and hit him. Wait, am I melee range within any of them already?
Pretty much.
How many?
You know that scene from Polar Express?
Which one?
It's the 3D super like uncanny
Drifting the
valley like
train.
Christmas movie with the train.
Oh no, I mean, what scene, Dova?
Oh, the one with the puppets in the train.
Oh,
Basically
okay.
this, but instead of puppets, it's basically just dismembered and disfigured dead bodies.
Beautiful.
How many attacks? If I were to just move, would I take attacks of opportunity?
A lot.
I figured. All right. I guess I'll hold out my arm and shocking grasp one of them.
All right. Go ahead and roll to attack.
You probably need to pull the
Is that an
combat.
attack roll or is that a save?
It's an attack roll, but
Okay.
no, nothing's on the combat tracker.
Yep. Just go ahead and roll it in the box.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, you definitely managed to hit.
He's gonna say, "Whoa, whoa, whoa! I thought after last wait, was that a crit?
Sorry?
Why did it roll crit damage? Hold on, I want to check something.
I'm confused.
Okay, so I'm using shift for my push to talk, and it turns out if you hold shift, it does crit damage.
Well, hey,
That's
you're finding out like secret
interesting.
developer key commands.
Interesting. All right, cool. There's your shocking grasp damage.
All right.
He's gonna say, "Whoa, whoa, whoa! You guys said no more cobalt on the menu after last time."
Only Yark would discover a hotkey like that.
I know, right?
You guys are all bombarded with a cacophony of accusations of guilt, insults, and uncomfortable truths from all around you. As Yark sends a quite strong surge of electricity through the various chains and wires, you start to smell the scent of burning flesh. Would you like to do anything else?
Oh no, that was my action.
All right.
You can make more puns if you'd like.
Please do not. This would be DeSoto's turn. If you want, I can go ahead and decide what he's doing, since you wouldn't be able to know what he's looking at.
Probably for the best, yeah.
All right. He's going to stick very closely to you, Sinnoh. Basically, slammed up right against your legs. So he's going to basically hold his action to move along with you. Yeah, that's basically what he's going to do. Basically avoiding looking up at all. Zerth, you are currently grappled by the wall. And actually, I forgot to do their turn. But it would have been after Yark's turn anyways, so...
Yeah, I was about to say, if you want to go ahead and do that.
I'll go ahead and do that. I would like everyone to make a sanity save, please.
Hey, finally a number that's above 10.
I need one from Dusty. All right, so Inun, DeSoto, and Dusty, through the barrage of insults and uncomfortable, often painful truths, a headache is starting to spread throughout your head. Lancing jolts of pain as you all take 9 points of psychic damage. The rest of you would
Who
take
all?
half of that, so 5. That would be Inun, DeSoto, and Dusty takes 9.
I have a problem.
Yeah.
So I clicked wound, put in 9, and then it overrode
Oh,
my max,
no.
and I don't remember what it was.
Oh Christ.
Here, let me pull up an old video real quick.
Okay,
What
you
is-
can
well,
just, like, rewind
annoying.
the Twitch. I don't think you can actually, because I don't think it shows.
you can actually go to the videos,
be-
and it'll have a video of the current video up to this point.
The thing is, it's going to be Zim's point of view, not mine, so...
Right.
It might have the combat tracker up.
Yeah,
So,
I might have the.
It's changed.
let's see. Wizards get a D6, right?
Like 37 or something.
What's your
D6 plus your con of 1. So first is going to be 7. and
what
then,
level? What
5
level are we?
more. We're currently level 6.
So 5 times the average plus 1, which would be
That'd
5.
be 4.
4.
I think.
You don't round up.
Actually, I think it's I think D6 is 4.
Okay, so
'cause it's the
4 and then
average
plus
plus
1, so
1.
5. 5 times 5, 25, plus 6 plus 1, which is 7.
So that'd be 33.
There you go.
No,
I thought it
32.
was 37.
I mean, you might have done the rolling, but
Yeah.
32 is
Oh.
where you're going to be minimum. So
Well, if you did roll
37.
If you did rolling, there's nothing we can do about it.
Great,
Or at
yeah, I
least
tried doing max,
with
I
math.
said 3 and then temp 7. This thing is freaking out, and I don't know why.
Oh boy.
That's... Okay, let's... Yeah.
Get rid of the 7. All right, that looks about right.
And
We'll
I don't know
we'll look
why
through the
I-
videos just to make sure.
No,
after
I
the
did
session.
that, and it's still, you know, Zim's point of view, unless I can find where he has a combat tracker open.
Hmm.
You what? Got rid of your hit points?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have the stream open right now, and it has the little text card that has our
That's
current HP on.
That's still level 5.
Gotcha.
But it should show what to go off of.
Hmm.
It should give us a little bit better clue.
I'm just... Yeah.
It'll tell you your absolute minimum. Anyways, everyone's applied the damage. Cool. Yark, you took 5 points of psychic
Right.
damage.
It's actually been a while since we've had a battle, so...
That's
mean,
fair. It's been like
That's a
2 or
little
3
weird.
sessions.
Weird to consider it a battle.
Mhm. So far, at least. All right. And it is going to attempt to lash out with one of these various chains and hooks to grab Yark. What's your AC, Yark?
It's definitely not 13. Hold on. I think my thing might have gotten my scale mail was unequipped. There we go. It's 17.
35.
All right. Yeah, proficiency was good. Oh yeah, right. You have medium armor.
And
Forgot.
medium armor master, which lets me add 3 decks instead of 2.
Wow.
It's very nice. It's come in really handy, honestly.
Mhm.
1 AC makes all the difference.
It really does.
17. So that would not hit as a as one of these meat spikes basically shoots past just past one of your legs into one of the chairs, ripping up and showing that that underneath all of this this kind of patina of rather clean wood is actually just completely rotted, full of termites and various insects just crawling in amongst this this rotten lumber.
All right, now that is a health code violation.
That's not very good. Now it is finally Zerth's turn.
Oh, sorry. I have myself muted.
All right, so at level 5, you had 27 HP according to the card.
Mm-hmm.
You know. But we'll look through. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, I saw that. I think it was like 35.
Mhm.
Because it's
It might have been 32 actually.
yeah.
Because if you're going by standard, which is each level is 5 for you. Either way.
Yeah, and I never roll over.
Mhm.
I thought I did at least twice. 5 came from.
Oh well. Sorry, Zerth for sure this time.
That's fine. I get it. There was technical issues. He's going to embrace her, embrace the grapple, and it's just almost like a tear goes down his eye as he casts his channel divinity, turn undead / destroy undead.
All right. So out of character question.
Yep.
Those of you who have not gone in combat yet, would you like to? So that would be Sinnoh, Anu, and Dusty.
Well, Sinnoh's got no idea if anything's attacking him yet. Does he?
Yeah, that's the other thing is we don't know who's seeing what.
Funny thing is, we never figured out what Dusty was looking at.
As far as I know, the only thing that Sinnoh is seeing is DeSoda. Like, you know, a fake one.
It's going to also include a lot of your friends, family, people who not necessarily that you killed by your own hand, but you had guilt about.
And none of them are attacking or anything?
They're reaching out for you. These clawed, dirty hands. And you can see that they've been attacking Zerth as well as Yark. And in addition, just the cacophony of uncomfortable, painful truths is starting to cause you a headache, and you can start to feel a little bit of a warm liquid start to dribble out of your ear.
All right. Well, considering the small quarters, Sinnoh would just start chopping at him.
All right.
Pulling out his short spears.
All right. As you see kind of a rippling red effect just up ahead where Zerth is, just around him, the limbs start to be going slack, almost kind of curling back like a flower being pushed into a fire. As that is it's going to be a little bit more slow at the moment, not instantaneous.
Understandable.
All right, it's not his turn. It's not here. Sinnoh. As you start immediately just chopping away at whatever limb starts to get a little bit too close.
Right now, he's mostly focused on trying to protect the real DeSoto. So,
Do you remember which one it is?
well, there's one that's hanging and the other one is on the ground.
There's a lot of them hanging. By
Yes,
your count,
but the
at
real
least
one is on
3.
the ground.
Are you sure?
Okay,
Dangerous
is
words
there
from a
one
Go
on
ahead
the
and give me a
ground?
sanity check.
Ugh.
We're walking from now on.
Agreed.
You pull into yourself and try to remember, and you kind of hang on to that sensation of his body pressing against your leg, and you realize that's definitely him. You try, and because all of them on the wall and all of them strung up look completely identical, even those small little tells that that distinguish him from different wolves are present on all of them. But you remember that the one next to you is the real one.
So yeah, he's chopping at anything that reaches for either him or DeSoto. The real one.
Go ahead and roll to attack. All right. Both of those would hit.
I don't have anything to roll these on, so I'm just gonna roll them in the chat.
Fair enough. As you thrust into the mass and start to take large, kind of swirling motions, clearing out each limb as it starts to get a bit close, you're starting to sweat a little bit. As actually, I don't know. Do Parn Martins sweat?
No
I'm
idea.
not sure, but you're definitely sweating.
I think they
Generally,
pant.
yeah, furred animals pant and release heat through their paws.
Dusty, go ahead and give me a nature check.
Okay.
Okay, Dova.
There.
Alexa, play Despacito.
No.
Boom.
All right, you would not start to sweat. You would start to pant. But you're definitely starting to feel winded. Is that your turn?
Yes, that would be.
All right.
Now, why didn't you have me roll the nature check?
Inun, your turn.
Really, though, why?
Sorry.
Breathe.
Inun, you there? I think
Yeah, I'm
you're
here.
you might be muted.
Can you hear
Hello?
me?
Yeah, hello?
There you go.
Hello?
Hi.
Hello?
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good.
Wonderful weather we're having.
It's weird.
So what
That
are you gonna
voice
do?
is way worse.
Yeah, it's
I think it's worse.
So what you doing?
Well, the only thing I can do, fireball.
all right. You want to do
No.
fire? You want to send it? You have fireball though, right?
I do, but I'm not going to use it.
Yeah, we were about to start asking, are you sure?
No, I have melee spells. He's going to reach up at the elderly female corpse of the kind of matriarch of the tribe that he grew up in. He's feeling bad. He just reaches out and says, "Sorry," and casts Vampiric Touch.
All right. Is it going to be a save?
It's a melee spell.
All right. Go ahead and roll to attack.
Back. All right. This. All right, 21.
All right. That would definitely hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
All right, I wonder if it's gonna. Oh wait.
Yeah,
I hate
it's
how
not
there's
damage.
cast and
That's-
attack. Okay, let's. Then.
All right. And then I believe you heal for half of that. Double
Or
it.
5, yeah.
5. All right, half of it. Gotcha. As you begin to pull her life force into you, she shrieks, shrivels up, but not before kind of whispering in a very dry, dusty voice. Cost us so much. Why? And it's at
Everything was
about this moment
rectified.
that, sorry.
Everything was rectified after the incident, and I left so it wouldn't happen again. That for your safety.
You wouldn't get a response.
I didn't think somebody wanted to say that.
Dusty. Hi, how are you?
Me.
It's your turn.
And
Oh
Dova,
boy.
Yeah?
just to be fair, Vampiric Touch is a concentration up to a minute, so I can keep doing this as my action, but with the insanity, I'm pretty sure you're gonna have me roll it once every 3 seconds.
Definitely might not be a great idea. To be sucking life from something that's technically not alive to begin with. To this scale.
It doesn't say
There's a
anything
lot
about
of
that.
caveats on that sentence right there.
It says siphon life force.
Yeah, that's true.
It says there's no clause
There's
about
no real, yeah,
undead
against
or
undead, yeah.
constructs.
'Cause healing's necromantic spells. Anyways, Dusty.
Hey, Zerth. Have you ever seen Dusty look mad before?
Like truly
Yes.
mad?
Yeah, like he's seeing something, and he doesn't like it. He's not scared. He wants it dead.
Mm, not probably truly mad. Probably on like that borderline extreme frustrated.
No, this time Dusty is well and truly mad, and he's not trying to walk through the corpse pile. He is putting his spear away, cracking his knuckles, and marching forward, slamming his fist against it and saying, "You left me!"
Go ahead and roll to attack. Oh.
Oh,
This,
Well,
as
and
you reach back, almost like hopping forward, you reach back almost like in your gut and punch forward with all of these pent-up emotions, this rage that's been slowly building up and building up over the years. And the impact shakes the entire car, sending the almost the marionette swinging. As go ahead and roll damage.
all right, do we get a crit card for that, or?
Zim's away at the moment, so no.
Okay.
But I have a.
Oh, I didn't clear it.
the crit card is death.
I forgot to clear it, but I guess it's 5 plus 5, so.
So I mean, we just do So a double be a 15 total from a single punch. That's pretty dang good. As their spiteful visage is just shattered. And you feel the entire train shift. Not just like this car, but like the entire path of the train kind of go over quite a heavy bump with this impact. Is that the end of your turn?
No, it's not hardly. Is that corpse's punching still present?
Still technically in one piece, but the face is just caved in.
He is going to leap onto this corpse and open his mouth and bite the neck.
Oh my god!
Nova,
I'm
what you
so
don't
proud
know
of you.
that this is Dusty's parent, his blood parent right now that he's seeing, and
I'm
he
aware.
might have a little bit of an issue with them.
My boy.
Go ahead and roll damage again.
Clear crit or not?
Just go for it.
You see, there's something special about his bite attack that he gains temporary hit points for the damage.
All right. So you gain 11 temp HP. As your jaw just clamps down around their neck. You can hear kind of a stale crunching and creaking sound as you start to crush through their windpipe and through their esophagus, whatever's left of it, at least. Strangely enough, you don't really taste anything, which might be good.
I can't imagine there's much left of it at this point.
No, you're just going ham on them.
Then I'll end my turn.
All right. I believe it's going to be Yark's turn.
Ah, the meatloaf.
All right, I'm muted.
Chaperone juice. Yark?
Yes, hello.
Does you got to 10?
Yes, I'm deciding what should be done. Let's see, what's the range on this attack? Oh, it's rather large. I'm gonna step over here.
All right. It's going to be an attack of opportunity as they try to slash at you. I think that would definitely hit.
Dang.
It is going to be 11 points of piercing damage. And you are now currently grappled, but you were able to move forward
Ah, jeez.
as one of the chains wraps around your ankle. The sharp tip of what looks to be a meat spike digging into kind of just below your calf.
Hmm.
And you feel the tension being kind of brought up from behind as it's threatening to kind of pull you up, almost like a snare.
Let's see here. I don't have a whole lot that I can do against this. I guess I'll cast I'll just firebolt whatever like is anything holding it, or is it just attached to the ceiling or something?
It would probably be the gnarled and very well muscled arm of a butcher who you wanted to impress, but always seemed to fail, and he never really took notice of you. As he's
Oh, that
winding
hurts.
the chain around his arm, preparing to pull you up,
Now,
and obviously strip you of any useful meat.
now you said you said he's buff. Is he a skeleton or a zombie?
Zombie. These are all kind of half in various states of decay.
Okay, because I'm pretty sure you know exactly what picture I was thinking of when you said must.
I'm not actually sure.
All right,
Just
well,
DM it to me.
I sent in echoes.
Fuck you. Fuck you so much. I hate this picture.
Oh, you know what? I forgot. I gotta.
Oh no, don't do that. Oh no. You keep
What
this
was it?
cursed content to yourself.
Media
Why?
sharing. Okay,
Who does that?
there you go, chat.
Oh god.
Oh, that's unnecessary. That is just unfortunate.
Alright, I'm gonna desperately fire blast him.
Alright, go ahead and roll to attack.
Power Stone, shun your innocent eyes.
I got
No,
that
don't
number.
look. Don't look at it. No, don't look.
The world must.
Look with your special eyes.
Trying to get that sick Halloween gain.
Alright, you fire upwards. His kind of signature kind of pencil mustache just singeing away as the firebolt actually blasts right through rotten flesh and weak and brittle bone just shooting out the back as the chain is now slack against your feet.
Phew, that was close. I don't know if I can stand the cold temperatures of a meat locker for very long.
Is that
No,
going to
it's
be
a-
your turn?
Yeah.
All right. Before DeSoto's turn, it is going to be the environment's turn.
Don't you mean the
cheery tone.
skeletons and zombies, Dova?
Technically, yeah. Go ahead and everybody give me a sanity save.
Can't help but feel like we're taking a lot of these.
Oh yeah, that's why I added a special check for it. All right, cool. Sinel got a 1.
Great.
Oh no.
DeSoto's like a -3. And that's a 2.
Oh god.
I believe that's everyone actually. I think there's one. Actually, no, one more.
Dusty's a bit too occupied to worry about mind things.
Out, I have a sanity skill.
You have really good sanity. So that's 0. Oh, that's gonna be a. That's gonna be a -3 on him. Cool.
Well, I guess that's what happens when you have no strength or no con and no dexterity. You're pretty good at all the other ones.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, all the physical stuff I'm very bad at.
All
And,
right.
Yeah, if it was
This is
strength,
a
dex, and con,
spectral
it'd be 0.
scream as just a wave of pure rage and sorrow, torment, and anguish just flashes out and rolls over you like a gigantic tidal wave. Those of you who failed to save, which is Inun, DeSoto, and Sinel, will all take 23 points of psychic damage.
Mm.
And the rest of you will take half of that. So I believe that's going to be 12.
Then do I roll a concentration save?
Yeah. And 23, so half of that rounded up. So DC is 12.
And I forget how this works.
And just
What do I
it's just
roll exactly?
Constitution.
Okay.
Constitution save, I think.
It's not like intelligence.
No, it's just Constitution. I mean, I think we could. I mean, yeah, you'd definitely be able to make it.
Okay, cool.
I mean, I should look into that because just to make sure, especially with just psychic damage. I don't know. Anyways, that would make it Zerth's turn. And Zerth at this time. Wait a minute. DeSoto's unconscious. Oh, he's gonna be real happy about that. Oh shit, that would be a death saving throw immediately. Which he passes.
Was DeSoto even attacked yet?
DeSoto was not physically attacked, though the mental screams did still affect him.
So this is all just like environment passive damage.
Pretty
he's
much,
dying
but it's
from.
at this point that Zerth's invoked holy ability would basically burn out the entirety of the living mass that almost carpets the walls, like an obscene spider web. As this wave kind of continues outwards, everything starts to burn into this kind of charcoal, this ash. But the fire itself isn't hot to the touch, as everything is just aflame. And as this wave of energy surges out from Zerth, the head that he's kind of cradling with one hand just vanishes, disappears into ash. As the cries and screeches around you silent in one sudden kind of outburst. You are now alone in this completely bare, featureless car. The very quiet whooshing of air past the windows. The only evident sound.
Zerf's just gonna be quiet for a little bit. And he's gonna look around to the party. And it's been very obvious that he's been crying just silently. And goes, roll call. How is everyone doing?
Well, I'm doing just great, Dad. Talk about skeletons from your past, huh?
Give me a sanity check. That was awful.
I mean,
barely managed to avoid that lightning bolt.
Some skeletons are more personal than others, son. Way more personal.
Chance I can get healing from someone.
Yeah, Zerth will burn a third level for mass cure wounds.
All right.
Okay.
Thank
So
you.
I'll just roll it in the chat, and then everybody can just add it.
Yep. Go ahead.
Oh, that's pretty good.
That's mass healing word, not mass cure wounds.
Oh, I meant mass healing word. I don't have mass cure wounds yet.
Gotcha.
It's like next level.
That'll bring DeSoto up. As DeSoto very shakily kind of gets back up on his feet. Clearly nursing quite a large headache.
Derek is gonna pat Inu on his one of his tails and say, "Good work out there," and hit him with a cure wounds level 1.
Oh, thank you.
I just made myself sad because I'm like, oh, Blue's down. Let me heal him.
Oh wait, It's a 5.
Hey,
He's
I was gonna
gonna.
say something. I forgot what.
Zer's gonna go look at his raging son and put a covering hand on his shoulder.
and then Anun's gonna pop his healing potion.
Dusty's just going to slowly turn around as he puts his arm on his shoulder and says, "Oh, don't worry.
Cool.
I feel great."
Can I do an insight check?
Go ahead. By the way, as that healing wave went out from Zerth, you all very faintly tasted cinnamon in the back of your mouth.
And he's gonna
All
close
right.
his eyes and kind of savor
With
it.
with an insight roll like that, you can feel he's seething, but at the same time, he feels like he's got some slight dark, maybe a little unsettling vindication that he just murdered his own parent. But probably something to talk about once you're in a calmer environment.
Yeah, Zer would recognize that rage and actually pull him into like a deep hug and just kind of hold him, and he would just whisper, "Some rage takes over more than you should let it. Not that it's unjust."
Think about it.
Hmm. You can embrace anger. Don't let it control you, though.
Zim, are you back?
Where'd that boy go?
I don't know where he went. Anyways, the room around you is still quiet, but you're starting to hear something kind of underneath the quiet whooshing of air past the windows.
Is anyone still hurt really bad?
I believe DeSoda is still pretty hurt.
Yeah.
Doggy, eat my cotton candy.
He will gladly take a few bites.
Nothing like something sweet after a terrifying zombie experience.
He's still trembling, and it's actually hard to get him to take a few bites.
Pat, pat, pat. Come on, come on. Wait, I know what makes me feel better. My chew toy. I mean, healing doll. Come on, chew it. You'll
Go ahead
feel
and
a
give me
lot better.
Go ahead and give me an animal handling check.
So many things Dusty wants.
Your presence is able to slightly calm DeSoda down, as he will kind of follow your wishes and bite down on the toy a few times.
Yeah.
Does
How
it
much
make
did that heal
a
him?
squeak noise?
I don't
It
believe
does.
Anir's upgraded it yet, so it's still a regular healing potion.
Alright.
2d4 plus 2.
Something I am willing to try out is just having all potions be max healing,
Oh, cool.
just to make it more
Just to make them,
effective.
yeah,
just
to make
to
them
kinda-
useful.
It's
Yeah,
like that. I
making
had
sure that it
1-1.
doesn't just kind of flop.
Yeah, because these things aren't cheap either.
Yeah, 50 gold.
All right. All right. And you're starting to, as time goes on, hear that sound a little bit more. It sounds like a faint murmuring. You can tell it's somewhere outside the windows, but you can't actually see out them at the moment, as the insides are currently still covered by that kind of fine gray ash.
So, What's happening again? What's happening? We went through a mountain and everyone's dead. Does this mean we can go to first class?
I'm gonna destroy every train I see from now on.
Sorry about
it's
that, I'm
not
back.
jail this time.
Hi, Zim. How are you?
Dusty stole your dog. I'm sorry. Dusty stole your dog.
I heard everything. You're not stealing him.
Yes, I am. Yes.
It's Dusty's dog now.
No. Sinnoh will cast Cure Wounds on the soda.
Does he
Alright.
need more? He probably does.
And I definitely agree about the potions doing max.
Mm-hmm. We'll see how that works next session.
Sounds good.
All right. So, what do you guys do?
I'm gonna
Well-
continue forward.
We
All
came
right.
from that way.
Walk forward.
As you continue on towards the next car, you see some vague shapes just outside the window. Almost like silhouettes of maybe a head peeking in before just ducking down beneath the side of the car.
Shoot, 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 go away.
Heading into the next car, going through that little narrow passageway, you see that like the canvas on the enshrouding this, kind of enclosing this area, looks a little bit almost like rotten, dirty, but it still is completely opaque for all intents and purposes.
Hmm.
Opening the door into the next room reveals something unexpected.
It's a party.
It's a what?
It's a party.
Not necessarily. And actually, no, it's not a party at all. In fact,
I
about
almost thought
halfway
it'd be
into
a
the
party,
next
though.
car, and I don't have a map for this, but halfway into the next car is a wall. And on that wall is the carved depiction of a face with its jaws hanging open, and inside of its maw, you just see nothing but pitch blackness. But you can see very faint blood marks, kind of around its teeth. These kind of flat, just human-looking teeth. As the door slowly swings shut behind you, there is an ever bright lantern just above the doorway in this one, so it is actually lit up. But other than that fully carved, fully engraved stone wall, there is basically nothing.
Other than his face.
Other than his face.
Is there anything I can do?
Can we put his teeth back in his face?
Zerth is gonna walk up to it and just look to the group as he sticks his hand into its mouth.
All right. Do any of you do anything?
Dusty would probably start stepping forward and say, "Wait, I do the dumb things. What are you doing?"
Yark's gonna start looking through his bag and say, I'm sure there are much better, much more nutritious things we could."
Hey, hold on.
You cut off Yark.
I said, now, I'm sure there are plenty more nutritious things we could be feeding it. And I start rifling through my bag.
But first, someone carve a mustache on him.
How far do you stick your hand in?
Anun's
All of
really
it.
losing touch with reality.
Because he's gonna stick it as far as he can.
All right. As you hit about mid bicep, you feel something in the back. It's a lever.
He's gonna he's gonna
Which arm?
act like it's his left arm.
His left arm, all right?
Yep. He's gonna start screaming like something bit him.
And you guys see him jump in extreme pain.
You fucker! I told you! I'd do that! God damn it! No! You're the healer too! Oh, this sucks! Everything's bad!
Oh, damn it, Bobby.
The propane. And then he's just gonna start laughing as he pulls the lever.
All right. As
Dusty's gonna punch you.
As he starts to laugh and giggle, go ahead and give me a Constitution saving throw, Zerth.
Oh shit!
As it looks like, oh, it was such a funny prank. Oh yeah, snap.
You prick.
Hey Dova, I'm gonna press
That's
the
fair
button on my.
enough.
I'm gonna press the button on my little portable oven and see what pops up.
Right now.
Yes.
Give me a moment.
Okay.
Um,
It's hard to play someone
As-
who's actually out of touch with reality, but I'm doing my.
fair enough. I mean, you're doing a pretty good job. As the jaws slam shut, immediately biting into your bicep, and with a incredible, unnerving amount of force, continue to press upwards with a sickening crunch. You are, Zerth, you just completely black out from the pain. As a few moments later, you guys see him now left arm a stump, right about mid bicep. He just kind of falls over. A extreme amount of blood seeping forth.
Dusty would
Kinda
like
onto
to
the
produce a mace and start beating the thing.
All right. You start to hear a faint crunching noise from inside as presumably it starts to chew his arm.
Fur! Die! Ah!
Go ahead and roll to attack.
Can...
This seems fitting.
All right, just you're way too angry to really make sense of anything right now. Slamming it into the wall, you manage to chip a bit of the stone, but around the second swing, there's a heavy clunk somewhere within, and the wall begins to split open directly in the middle, slowly pulling off to either side and giving you entrance into the rest of the car. Zerth, go ahead and give me a death saving throw.
You know what? That's acceptable.
As you continue to bleed. Go ahead and mark a fail.
Yeah.
Anun is going to take a set of common clothes he has and try to, I can't think of any words. But, try to
tourniquet?
tie it up. Tourniquet, yeah, try to make one using, I don't know, some pants and his, quarterstaff as a tension rod.
All right, go ahead and give me a medicine check. And if you don't have proficiency, you can go ahead and add it.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay,
Alright.
well.
Oh yeah,
That's-
you definitely managed to staunch the
Plus
bleeding.
3.
Yeah. You can staunch the
Gotcha,
bleeding
fucks.
fairly easily. And after a few moments, Zerth, you suddenly kind of blink a few times. Everything's so bright, and there's a incredibly painful sensation coming from your left arm. A dull kind of roaring pain.
I'm gonna look down.
Dusty looks at you, both furious and looking like he's ready to cry. This is not a good day for the boy. This is
You said it's just a stump?
Yep.
He's gonna wiggle his stump. And go ahead.
When you try to wiggle it, Nude's gonna press it down. It's like, don't move that.
This is what happens when you're trying to cure with humor. It doesn't work.
you fucker.
Yeah.
It could have been you.
No.
No, I have a spear.
My oven goes ding.
All right. You're so excited to see what comes out. You kind of rub your hands together and
There a
like
fresh
open
arm
up
in
the
there?
little tray. Go ahead and give me a sanity check.
Oh, it's the arm.
Interesting.
No, it's a fresh one.
It's what's for dinner.
All right, so you would manage to actually pass.
Finally.
As pulling out the little tray, you see what looks to be kind of writhing around in clearish juices, a very small, kind of curled up version of yourself. It seems to
So-
be unconscious at the moment, kind of faintly twitching and kind of spasming as though it was having a dream.
Did you get born again?
So, I think it's pretty fitting that I've been passing these now that I'm insane. Yerk's gonna go, ugh, underdone, and then toss it into the mouth.
The mouth is actually not really there anymore. It's kind of split
Oh.
into two halves. As the entire wall starts to move to either side, with a heavy grinding of stone.
Alright, well, he's gonna place it next to the mouth and just kind of put the oven back in and say, well, come on, the mouth way's open now.
Dusty just like starts tilting his head and then keeps tilting it until his head is sideways and says, you know, I guess you're the new Dusty now. Looks like I have to be the Zerth because he's crippled.
By the way, Zerth, go ahead and take away 2 from your AC because you can't hold your shield anymore.
You know what? That is perfectly acceptable.
Unless you just want your
Yeah, I
shield.
was about to say.
You could choose.
Yeah, he'll keep his mallet.
All right. And you can sling your shield kind of over your back, so you won't lose it.
There you go.
Who just pinged me? No, it was nobody. It was just a channel.
Mm-hmm.
So, as you continue onwards, passing through the very kind of thick stone wall, you can see kind of in the middle of this, there's actually very intricate carvings for the face itself, which has kind of been split vertically, and you can see like very intricate carvings of like the brain of like the. Actually, I need someone to make a medicine check. Dusty, could you give me a medicine check?
Yes, he can.
It's fairly detailed, actually. You can see kind of like the internal bone structure, like the interior of like the eye and like the orbital orifice where the eye goes.
Does someone have a pickaxe, maybe? Or something that can just break things? Father, give me your hammer. Father, give me.
I have a shatter.
No, no magic. We want to save that.
He'll hand Dusty his rather heavy hammer.
Dusty, using his knowledge of anatomy, looks at where the heart is and hits there. You know, because don't trust anything. always inflict a mortal wound and then keep going.
You kind of look at it, observing, and kind of down near the floor, you actually see what looks to be like the cardiac system. And kind of giving it a few swings and start chipping away at that. And as you, at about your third strike, you hear the pickaxe kind of dig in a little bit deeper. And it kind of gets stuck, and as you pull it out, there's a very hearty amount of blood that suddenly spurts forth and kind of onto the floor as you hear a very quiet kind of moan as whatever thing that was expires.
Yep. I fucking knew it. Eat my father's arm, I'll fucking kill you. Okay, I'm done. Here you go.
As you continue onwards,
Thank you.
heading through the connecting sort of accordion into the next car, you hear a very tiny kind of a squeak from the little almost petri dish as the malformed life that's just kind of resting on it expires, ending its pitiful existence. On to the next room.
Father, did we do anything to actually heal the wound?
It still hurts a lot,
Open your mouth.
but it's no longer bleeding, at least.
He'll begrudgingly open his mouth.
He will take a healing potion and dump it inside.
Bob, the meatloaf!
All right. Go ahead and actually, I think at this point we'll just go to the alternate rules. So go ahead and add 10 HP.
10. Alright, so. Awesome.
Dump health.
And you subtracted the potion of healing from your inventory, Dusty?
I'm about to.
All right. All right. As you open the next door, it's fairly bright inside, and the kind of sound of the train traveling along disappears as the door closes behind you. Sorry. You find that you are in an idyllic pasture. A faint wind kind of blowing. It's kind of sunny out. There's some faint clouds on the horizon. But looking forward about 100 feet, there's another door. The same sort of style as the train itself, but just kind of standing alone along with the door frame. There's a handful of flowers kind of interspersed within the kind of long, flowing, fairly soft blades of grass. What do you guys do?
Can I do a perception check?
Go ahead.
Oh, nice.
Let me check the map. You would actually recognize this place.
Really?
Mm-hmm. You yourself were here technically a few months back. This is kind of near that location in the field where you ended up fighting some halflings riding some clawfoot raptors. And you can kind of look over to where you'd expect it to be, and you see a kind of a burbling creek.
Mhm. he's gonna mutter the origin of train snacks, and he's gonna actively look for them because he's hurt, he's hungry, he's not having a good time on a train ride.
Ah, my first dragon shards.
I have no strong memories of this place whatsoever. Let's go.
And then he's just gonna is he leaning? Did a noon say he was like carrying Zerth?
Annette?
He's gonna try doing his best, but he asked for someone to help because his strength is 8.
He
I
would.
can try.
He's
Probably having Sinel help.
he's not gonna try to lean all his weight on it, but he is a very heavy gator, and he's kind of down an arm, so he can't really lend a hand right now. But he's just gonna look to Anoon and go, you know, this train just gets weirder and weirder. And after that last one, I say we move faster.
Faster or slower? A lot of us are banged up.
Mm.
Figure out if this field is just a field and not some kind of distortion. Camp out, that'd be great. Have some more work done to you.
With that perception check, would I notice any type of danger right off the bat?
Not immediately. Yeah, you do see a quite large eagle quite a ways away, hunting something in the fields. After a few minutes, you see it swoop down and then kind of zoom back up, carrying a small bundle. Maybe it looks like a rabbit or maybe a mouse.
Rest would be good, but I say we rest close to that door just in case.
Alright, I can set an alarm, a tripwire.
Yeah, and he'll suggest to probably take a short rest or something.
It said. Actually, what's everybody's passive perception?
12.
13.
14.
Sinnoh. As you guys start to kind of calm down and sit for a little while, you'd notice that. Wait a minute. You could have swore the exit door was like 2 feet closer than what it is right now. You kind of look at it closely. And you look back, and it's a little bit further away. You're not sure exactly how long or how far. It's definitely moving away from you.
Door we came out of?
Sinel will point this
Door
out
you
to everybody
want
else.
to leave out of. You point it out?
Yeah.
All right.
Oh,
Dusty
look
throws
at
a
that.
mace at it. Dusty throws a mace.
Bounces off the frame and lands in the grass with a soft thump.
Okay, so the door is real. We're actually moving. He goes to retrieve his mace.
All right.
I'm gonna take out a cooking pot and say, "Well, if we're resting, anyone want soup?"
I don't know about resting here anymore. We're being moved.
Well, if the door's moving further away, we just have to wait for it to go all the way around and come back.
Is it moving in a circle?
I mean, it's moving in a straight line, but I mean, technically he is right. The world is round, so eventually it'll come back.
Also, that's where we came from, and it seems like we're being pushed in a linear direction. So, what
No,
we
that's
do
the,
back through the door.
No, that's the exit door.
Yeah, the exit door is the one that's moving away.
Oh,
The
sorry.
other one is about 200 feet away, which you think that's the distance you traveled.
Can we lasso the door?
You have any rope?
I have hempen, or I have.
Lots of rope.
Eric's gonna start putting random things he finds in the pot.
All right.
Say,
You
"Hey,
find a little snail. Put that in the pot. Big handful of grass and a little flower.
He's gonna say, "Hey, Dusty, I need a fresh door. Could you go grab that one over there before it runs away?"
Sure. He's going to go and try and pick up the door.
So you kind of reach forward, grab onto the side, and try to pull up. It's firmly rooted in place.
I'm gonna need a crowbar.
As you kind of look
I
back,
throw Dusty a pittance.
as you kind of look back to catch the the arm that's still holding onto the door is almost wrenched out of its socket. As the door is now 5 feet further away.
You prick! He's going to lunge at the door again, and this time try to open it.
Hey,
Alright.
Dusty, did you get the door yet? It still needs to be sauteed before the snail's done.
It's moving, and you're crazy.
By the way, for you guys near the cooking pot, it's a awful stench. Downright eldritch.
How far
Yark.
away is the door?
He didn't get
Door
away. He
is
just
about
suddenly
10
jumped 5
feet from you guys now.
But it
Guys, it's
moves
called
every time
experience.
we get closer.
Yark? Sorry, you cut out when you said guys.
I said, guys, it's called experimentation. Look it up.
Are you feeling okay, Yark?
We're gonna feel great after we get some food in us. He's gonna lift up the spoon and it's gonna like slowly glop back into the pot.
Go ahead and give me an insight check, Zerth.
Seems reasonable.
I mean, he's kind of a strange fellow, and your mind's kind of swimming at the moment. You're feeling a little bit lightheaded from the blood loss. So, you think he's probably telling the truth.
Zerth will just kind of shake his head.
As he's cooking, Yerk's gonna hum "My Fair Lady," but in reverse.
Ugh.
I'll give you a performance check for that. Because that is impressive.
Okay, well, average.
It's just kind of, it's not really in reverse or forward, so it's just kind of all one tone.
Also
Very-
impressive.
Very monotone.
Yeah, very monotone. You look back towards the door, Dusty, and it is now 10 feet away.
I thought he was jumping
It
at it
seems
to
to be
try and
speeding up.
open it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh wait, what? The race does it? Oh, he's running.
You manage to catch up to it, open the door, and it leads into a small little passageway between cars.
But
you feel
Hello?
a distinct cold breeze blowing in from either side as your peripheral vision tells you that that canvas covering has quite a few holes in it.
Right, guys.
He's going to
let's-
tentatively reach out with a spear and poke at the canvas. Prod.
It seems to be canvas.
Guys, we should keep
I
Catch a
opened
glimpse of
forward,
something
then.
beyond the canvas. Go ahead and give me a sanity check.
Uh-oh.
I'm just imagining Yark having the 1,000-yard stare with one eye slightly drifting off center. That's what Katsuni said.
Oh, it's Cthulhu. Hi, Cthulhu.
Yark,
You
just remember,
glimpse
snails make
something
terrible shoelaces.
immense and constantly shifting in these almost geodesic patterns before rapidly shifting your gaze back, your vision blurry and your ears ringing.
Why am I drooling? I didn't eat
As you-
drool. I didn't eat drool.
As you kind of wipe your hand off, you feel something kind of come loose in your mouth and spit it out, and it's one of your teeth.
My tooth! My tooth!
That's honestly kind of stressful.
Well, there's a there's a thing out there, and it didn't get my tooth. Didn't get my tooth.
Your tooth is yours.
He's
Yours
a
to
little
keep.
upset. But goes back, leaving the door open.
All right. As soon as you step back into the field, the door kind of jits out from under you. And it is now around 15 feet away. It is definitely speeding up.
He just shakes his head and leaves it. I'll chase you later.
Mm. I guess we all see this.
Yeah.
Zerth, he was sitting down. He's gonna do like that old man get up where he's just kind of, oh. It looks like we
Kind
can't
of off
rest him.
balance a little bit.
Yeah, he's kind of swaying. His darkish green scales are kind of a more lighter green. Equivalent of being pale.
Guys, I looked past the
What, all
canvas
because
and
you've
I
got
lost my
a-
tooth.
All because you lost your arm.
Yes, I was trying to. Anyway, that's not here nor there. As he wiggles his nub.
You
Again.
know, I've got a great idea to fuse a plant onto the stump there. I'm
Where'd that
sure
idea
it's
come
never
from?
been. I'm sure it's never been done before, but I think we could manage it.
I don't know if that's possible, though.
I don't know if that will work.
Plant the plant.
I actually think it was his left arm too. That
Yeah, I think it was the same. Yeah.
yeah, to me with characters losing arms.
It
He-
just keeps happening.
It just keeps. I'm gonna make my next character. He's not gonna have any arms.
They're both robot arms. They can just easily be replaced.
Yeah. He's just gonna go. Let's get going. If it seems to be getting farther away, I don't want us not to be able to reach it and stuck in this place. As he's
It keeps
panting.
escaping me.
You look around, you notice that the door you came in through is not in sight anymore.
Mm,
Do you want me to catch it again?
yes, and tie a rope to the other end.
It doesn't move if I'm standing in it. I don't think.
Humor me.
Okay. Dusty is going to take after that door again.
All
The
right.
speedy boy.
As you begin to run after it, it bolts.
Get the fuck back here!
Go ahead and give me a acrobatics check.
Boy.
All right.
Whoosh.
Start to charge ahead in a burst of speed, hoping to catch it off guard. But you're definitely gaining on it as it zips and zags through these small kind of valleys and across the plains. As you see the shade of the grass start to turn kind of a paler green. Go ahead and give me another acrobatics check.
I'm zipping and I'm zagging, but this is starting to get weird. Boom.
All right. With another kind of expert prediction of where this doorway is headed, you correctly head it off, hitting just the right angle to catch it off guard almost.
Aha!
Go ahead and give
I'm
me
the
one
master of
last one
tag!
as you go in for the kill. The grass around you is now starting to become yellow, just this blur of yellow as you're flying at an incredibly fast pace.
He's not even running.
Nice.
He's just flying.
He's
at
always
this
flying,
point.
yeah. As you close in for the kill, reach out to grab it. Your wings suddenly give out. You reach out with the last bit of your momentum and snag the door frame.
Gotcha! I gotcha!
Do you go through?
Yes, he's going through.
All right. You all find yourself being just kind of walking through. You don't remember exactly how you got from whatever seated positions you were in before, kind of at this makeshift campsite, but your packs are on your back again, and you're starting to walk through the door.
Dusty seems winded and says like, I am the master of tag.
Yuck's holding an empty pot with a clean wooden spoon. Says, "My spaghetti."
What?
There was no spot or getty. Very good, Dusty. No one can beat you at tag.
Yeah.
He'll pat him on the head with his tail.
I'm good. I'm good.
This is the Tarpy train.
It's a trippy train.
The trippy train. This train
Trippy
sucks.
This train is
You know-
pretty awful,
you know,
to be
Dova,
honest.
You made
I
train
want a
this
refund.
wonderful, magical, technical thing that this Earth has never seen. And now, fuck trains.
Yeah, I know.
This
I
might be one
twist
of
your
the.
dreams.
This is probably the third worst train I've ever been on.
Yeah?
It was the one train you didn't get first class on either.
That's the reason.
He's just gonna somewhat. He's gonna cast anger on himself.
All right.
So that's a DC 17 of hatred right there against the train.
Oh, you are so pissed at the train.
Oh, he is. And he's just gonna keep going forward. He's gonna try standing up on his own now.
All right. You are able to gain your balance, a little bit off put by the loss of quite a bit of a counterweight on one side. But through the door into the next room, you hear a faint sound of a rhythmic thumping.
Hey, Zith, I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Does Zith's tail drag on the ground, or is it like perfectly sized? Because I know alligators have long tails.
It drags. It's a very long tail.
Yark is going to sit upon his tail, and as he walks, suddenly tired of walking, and facing backwards, of course.
Oh, of course.
Mm-hmm. Who allowed this? I don't think you weigh enough for it to weigh him down.
You're also a little more mentally preoccupied.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we move forward, and the rhythmic
As
thump.
you head into the next room,
Mm-hmm.
there's a faint, kind of sickly red glow as the interior of this car can only be described as fleshy.
Wonderful.
What you see in front of you is a depiction of what looks to be various intestines strung through the ceiling and kind of suspended in the middle of this train car in this a gigantic, obscene display.
Oh, I found York spaghetti. I found York spaghetti.
My
These
spaghetti.
organs themselves are very large. The intestines themselves, you feel like you could probably squeeze through if you tried hard enough. There's no windows. Actually, there are windows, but it's covered. The windows themselves aren't really glass. It's more like a kind of a thin membrane that you can very faintly see through. These tendrils, kind of connective tissue, hold the whole thing aloft. And the walls themselves are coated in this very kind of hard, almost like a plaque-like substance, but kind of interwoven with various veins pumping, presumably, blood throughout the whole chamber.
Normally
But
I'd poke this because I hate this train. However, we will drown if I do that.
York's gonna take out one of those big rectangular butcher's knives, do some incredible how they swing it around, do the little flips in the hand stuff, and say, "Wow, spaghetti harvest is great this time." And start
York,
working. Yeah.
what about a vegan option?
Puts the knife away and says, "I have to think about it. I'll have to find some zucchini or something. I don't know where my spaghetti fire is though."
Wow, I feel like I can understand you more than everyone.
Yark is starting to speak Dusty.
And who knew? Who knew? All I had to do was lose my sanity.
What good brothers.
Yeah, Noon is kind of dissociating from this reality as he's becoming very confused from listening to them talk. It's just becoming kind of like jarble into his brain. He's just kind of losing it. He's looking through things rather than at them.
Freaking Cayman family is the insane hillbilly, has bodies in their basement.
Cayman children are strange.
Mm-hmm. Hey, you're the uncle, so.
Yeah, well, I look like a pretty normal uncle compared to these two.
Yeah.
And I didn't even have any influence on them.
This is what happens when Zerth is left to raise children.
Yep. Just yes.
Anyway,
as you kind of inspect this,
are they trying
car
to
a
get
bit
out of
further?
Here?
Sorry?
That has any? Seems like some people have set up a camp while the rest of us are trying to. At least I know me and Dusty are trying to get through the door.
You guys are currently in the next room.
I meant
Oh, sorry.
I was looking at the hanging intestines when I said the spaghetti harvest.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were talking about the yellow grass.
No. We all magically teleported through the door as soon as I caught it and got through. And now we're in a new room.
There was a lot of talking, and I kind of started looking through things in real life.
Fair enough.
I don't know if that makes sense to you guys, if you know what that means.
I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it too. I'm actually actively doing it right now.
Right. Anyways, so the organs in front of you seem to only be the digestive system. In fact, you don't see any hearts or any inflating lungs. But this entire chamber has a very certain smell to it that you can't quite place. However, nothing really jumps out, tries to attack you. Go ahead and give me a perception check, Dusty.
All these organs. They're all so familiar. It's like I know these organs because I butcher people for some reason. Perception. Nope. Wait. Smells like Zarth. I'm sniffing Zarth.
Yeah, I mean, you've never really smelled this smell before, so
Nope, don't know it.
not quite sure.
It's close to stomach bile, but it's not there.
Hmm. You start to hear kind of faint whispers around you just underneath that steady beat.
Ears perk.
And that beat you can hear further ahead, likely in the next car. As you see quite a few of these large arteries, veins, and this rather large tube, likely an esophagus, kind of going through an orifice in the front wall of this car into the next one.
Let's go fight the Heart of Darkness. Let's go fight the Heart of Darkness.
Open your heart.
Don't wanna. It is closed and nobody's allowed inside.
Alright, so do we start moving forward then?
Yep.
Yes. Let's.
Push past everything.
Well, unless anyone else wants to do checks or make foolish moves.
Mine was very calculated. I just can't do math.
It was very bad.
It was a very
The
dad
risk
move.
was calculated, but man, am I bad at math.
Alright, so you just push through the organs, no problem.
We'll see about
Yep.
that.
The other door is normal as doors go. As you slowly push through it, this final car you feel as you enter is definitely the final one. As in front of you is the front of the train, and the engine itself. The walls in this car are will look to be solid iron or steel, and there's a very loud thumping combined with kind of a whir, a very kind of high-pitched whine, as these kind of pulses of electricity pass through these giant arteries, lacing the ceiling, lacing the walls and the floor. And in front of you, along this kind of long tube-like structure of the interior of the engine, is what looks to be a brain.
Hey guys. Hey guys. Do you think we're just crazy and none of this is real?
Hey Dova,
You
Yeah.
know,
if this is at the end of one of the, if this is the end of the one of the cars, is there a bathroom on this?
Is there a bathroom on this car, or?
Yeah, this car. It's right next to the exit, right? Because that's where the next car is the conductor's car, or the driver.
I mean, this
Engineer.
seems to be it.
So there's their
This
bathroom.
seems to be the engine itself.
If this is just us going crazy, I fear for the passengers that were on the train with us.
Yeah.
you know.
So is there a bathroom on this side? These are important questions.
You do not see a bathroom, unfortunately, but the world is your bathroom, so you could take it as that.
Oh, sorry guys, 1 minute, I gotta use the bathroom. And then he pantomimes opening a door right in between two of the cars. Or not the cars,
Well,
the seats.
Okay.
Savage.
They're sorry for using the same map, reusing the same map again, but there aren't any seats in here. It's just basically completely bare, except for kind of up near the top, flanking on either side, and kind of looking out these two tiny windows, are fairly large driver's seats. But as you basically do the business, just out on the floor, up in
Hey,
these seats, the seats turn around, and you see that occupying them is a rather horrendous looking monster for both of them. And where's the combat tracker? Hello.
Uh-oh. You're caught with your pants down.
Yarick's gonna hold up his finger, and say, "Occupy."
Well, they have to stop now. It's decency. It's decency.
So as the seats turn around, let me clear all initiatives. Go ahead and start rolling initiative now, because I'm going to need it from you in a second.
I thought you said there were no seats.
Well, there's
There are
two
now.
like seats where like the drivers would sit.
So there are.
Should I change the music to Up-Paced Boss Battle?
My
Probably.
Okay.
my initiative roll is completely understandable given this current
Wow. Both Sinnoh and DeSoda got nat 20s for their initiative?
Oh,
Holy
nice.
shit.
I don't know if that's a good thing.
I got a 1. Zereth would have said, as in Noon and Dusty talking about this all in our head. Yes, and he would have said, yes, that's what I thought when I stuck my hand into that door. But, and he wiggles, but we saw how well that turned out.
Mhm.
It was to test the theory. Theory was proven unconclusive.
Oh god, Dova. I
Oh.
encountered both these guys in the Out of the Abyss game, and I don't like.
Gibbering Mouthers, those were fun.
You remember those
Hey,
guys?
I remember those.
Mm-hmm.
We can't really look at them, right? What's their deal?
Hey,
Yeah.
I don't think our characters would know that, though.
yeah.
All right, we can kind of fix that.
But Anun's just gonna happen to not ever look at them.
Fair idea. Because I mean, look, a lot of stuff just looking at it just hurts. In
Mm.
You
this
know what? I think
and
Anun
this
actually has, yeah, he has PTSD from Spooky Bacon. He looked at it and died.
The spooky beef jerky.
Yeah.
very spooky. All right, so who is up first? Sinnoh, you are up first. As the two creatures, let me actually get them on the map. Probably a good idea.
They are the train.
They are the train. As they're going to get down from their little seats at the front where they're driving the train, and they let out a screech, yelling, "Tickets, please!"
No! The conductors! You already punched my ticket!
Alright. Sinnoh's gonna start by casting Hunter's Mark
All right.
on the totally unidentified big mass of teeth. You know, the thing that's definitely not a gibbering mouther.
It's a
And-
shuddering, shambling mass of flesh. It ain't fun. No matter what it is.
That's right. I have advantage on this attack. Give me back my arrow. Boom! Pew,
All right,
pew,
that's
pew,
gonna hit.
pew.
Go ahead and roll damage.
Pew pew!
All right. As it takes 14 points of damage.
And Sinnoh's done.
The arrow striking true as it lets out a writhing screech.
That's it for Sinnoh's turn, but he's gonna step over here, putting himself between them and DeSoto. And he will order DeSoto to just stay where he is. Until somebody else is up there. So
Alright.
that's what's happening for their turns.
I should probably set it to somebody's turn.
Yeah.
Boop.
Dusty, what are you doing?
Strange piles of flesh. Also, I actually don't have the map, just so you know, but I didn't figure it was terribly important.
Probably get you on here as well.
Yes.
I forgot you have not had a map for this entire time. There was the encounter with the mannequins. There was a map for that. I forgot to get you on here. Anyways,
not that it seemed terribly important for me to move around. They were all basically in our face. I'm gonna bite the
that was language. Careful.
I'm gonna bite you. He looks back at Earth. That's cool, right? Wait, no, they don't count as living. I can do it. 1, 2. Can he fly in here? No, it seems a bit. Actually, there's only the conductor's chairs.
Yeah, you can definitely fly in here.
Boo. The bat flies. You! I don't like you! And he will proceed to punch it.
Alright. Go ahead and roll to attack.
He feels a lot more comfortable with his fists lately.
That hits.
You know, now that they've got that key power.
Mm-hmm.
Thwap.
Alright.
He does seem a little hesitant for the bite, though, because this is a living thing, and even if Zerth said it's okay, like, man, biting living things, there's something bad about this. He doesn't remember what, though.
Yeah, he's not really in his right mind right now. So.
Alright, that hits as well.
And he'll spend a key point to take the dodge action.
Alright. And that'll give people a disadvantage when attacking you, right?
Yes.
Alright.
Dusty is so far keeping a level head.
Fair enough. That's the end of your turn?
That's the end of a turn.
Alright. He's can't do anything.
It doesn't feel like I'm biting something.
Alright. So. He's gonna do that.
Huh?
Nothing. Inun, your turn.
Oh, okay.
Don't worry about it. Everything's fine.
Alrighty then. So, since Dusty's up there, no fireball.
Oh. Well,
You still
I
do it.
suppose. you could still do it.
If things are dire later.
Okay. One more level and he'll have evasion. Then you don't have to worry about it.
Oh yeah, that'll be good. Alright, so we're gonna do Scorching Ray on unidentified creature.
Alright, go ahead and roll to attack. And that's 3 attack rolls at this level, right?
Yeah.
Alright.
Good.
Miss. Hit.
Awesome.
That's a crit. So I think that makes up for the miss. Go ahead and roll one more to.
I rolled this off, right?
Okay, roll one more because.
Yeah, I wanted to clear the crit, but can we get a crit card?
Yeah.
All right.
Good. Please be a good one.
And at this level, you get 2 or 3.
What?
2 or 3 attacks for Scorching Ray at that level. Do you get 2 or 3?
It's 3 base, but I want to do
Oh yeah.
3rd level. So,
Oh
Okay.
yeah, Zerth.
So those. So you
missed it
rolled
earlier.
2 so far. That's gonna be a miss. So 3.
No, I rolled 3 already. The first one missed. The second was a nat, and then the next 2 missed.
Oh, okay.
So literally, the
Oh
only
yeah,
hit was
I
a
miscounted them.
freaking the nat.
But yeah, the crit hit. What's a
Ready?
crit? Yeah.
Detonation.
Uh-oh.
Quadruple damage, and all creatures within 15 feet of the target are also affected.
I might as well fireball.
Oh no, if you fireball, there wouldn't be a bat left.
All right, where do you want me to? Oh, that would have been good. Crit fireball. Where do you want me to
First, go ahead and
damage?
roll to attack
You
against
can't
the.
crit the fireball.
No. Oh
It's
yeah.
a saving
I forgot.
throw.
All right, Joe. What'd you say?
Um.
Where do you want me to roll the damage so you can quadruple it?
Quadruple the dice, remember?
Roll the damage first, and then I'll add the damage manually. I'm just deciding whether or not I want you to roll the attack again against the other creatures, or if I'm gonna make this splash damage a saving throw versus your save DC.
So
The card is
quadruple the
neither,
dice
it's
or the-
just automatic.
Yeah. Or that.
And
I mean,
it
that's
would
the third
also
option, too.
impact Dusty.
You want
I'm
me to
glad I kept
quadruple
a soda back. The quadruple
yeah, quadruple
damage
the
would.
dice, and then just go ahead and roll the damage.
Okay.
Can it at least be an attack roll?
Go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw, Dusty.
So where am I throwing the dice?
Just in the box.
Can my dodge action help?
I'd say yeah. The dodge action is going to let you
my
do
God.
this.
No, motherfucker! It rolled on the map. They were all 6s and 1 5.
No, they're on
Yep.
here.
Are they?
Yeah, we got
Yeah.
2 5s, most
Well, there's
6s,
a-
and a
there's a
3.
3.
All right, Dusty, you take half damage.
That's nice.
Wait, where'd it go?
It's on there. It's 43.
Oh, I don't see it. Oh, there it is. Oh my gosh.
That's so nice.
That is
Oh my-
radical. Jesus. You guys have been rolling like on both sides.
Oh, that kind of makes up for that being 1 out of 4.
That
Yeah,
happened
just
last
one
night,
really
too.
good Scorching Ray.
Last night we were getting nothing but nat 1s and crit 20s.
Hell yeah.
Now, let's see. How much damage is that to Dusty? 22 or 21?
That would be rounded up, so 22.
Okay, right. Take off the temporary
Minus
HP. That's
6, that's gonna
blasted
be-
through.
That would be 16 damage to you.
Just throws a thumbs up in the air. I'm okay!
All right.
Boy,
so
that other guy probably did not care for that.
Yeah, I hit them both.
Yeah, you got them all.
Dusty.
Dustin,
I wonder what tipped Dusty off that, I should be a little careful. I don't know why, but I really need to be careful right now.
You just had it's a sixth sense. It just happened as you were thinking about it. All right.
Can I put in my special senses one of them be hindsight? Yep, I'm gonna put hindsight.
Yeah, you can
20,
really
20
criticize your
hindsight.
past actions really well. You're really good at looking at that. Anyways, is that going to be your turn?
Yeah.
All right. It is going to be this guy's turn. Go ahead and give me a strength saving throw, Dusty.
Okay. Oof. Just gotta brush off some of this burnt fur.
All right.
Hurled inwards.
$17. Dova?
1, 2. That is its movement. This range of 15 feet. 1, 2. 3. Oh, this is an actual just pitiful creature.
I'd imagine it got blown up.
I guess and make it to there.
She just looks at the remains of it and says, "You guys got it. You
Alright.
got it."
Hi.
Hello.
So, even though you are currently dodging, this one's going to be normal because it is attacking with a bit of inspiration.
Ooh.
So this one's probably going to hurt.
Uh-oh. What was that
Let me
strength save
see.
for?
As it's going to swipe at you with its claws. That is going to be a miss, actually. And
Whoosh.
which ones does it get? 2 with its claws and 1 with a bite.
Oh, it bite me back.
This is a disadvantage roll with the claws. That is also going to miss. It's time for the bite now. That's going to be a 22.
That hits.
All right. As you take this much. Oh, wow. Super low roll on that necrotic damage. As its a gargantuan maw clamps down on your side, kind of shaking you around for a moment before tossing you to the side.
Ow, ow, fuck. Damn it. Can't touch this, though. Can't touch this.
Yark. Yark?
I was muted the whole time. I forgot.
Nice.
I'm not used to touch to talk. Yark's gonna say, all right, I'm done. And he finishes up and then he gets prepared for the fight.
All right. Is that going to be your turn?
No, not I mean, I was saying like because I was at the very bottom of the combat tracker.
Oh,
I'll shoot the unidentified creature with a firebolt, I guess.
all right. Go ahead and roll to attack. Are you going to move?
Wait, is there an actual seat here?
No. Ignore the seats.
Okay, then no, I'll just shoot him.
Oh my goodness. This poor creature.
Zim,
That's a crit card.
por favor.
Oh,
Magic.
yeah,
Sorry.
that's a crit card.
Was trying to figure out where my sweats are.
That was with one hand. The other one was still fixing his pants.
Hashtag sweaty tracker. Hashtag sweating.
Well, I'm gonna be outside all night tonight, and it is well,
It's,
computer.
It's kind of chilly today.
What's the
He's
weather
preparing it's gonna be
in?
10 degrees.
It's gonna be 10. Okay,
Yeah.
Oh, over here it's been super
Fahrenheit
rainy.
or Celsius?
Fahrenheit.
Fahrenheit.
All right. Yeah, that's about right. Sit out right
Man-
now. I don't want to go outside.
Magical
Is it like-
barrage.
-8 Celsius.
Oh, we're only at -4, but we're also snowing, so a little bit
Magic-
warmer.
Maximum damage, and an additional target within range is affected at half potency, or the spell's
Nice.
area of effect is increased by 5 feet.
So I hit both of them.
I
that's-
believe so.
23 damage on the glorpy glue.
Sorry.
The slimy thing.
So I mean max damage.
Yes,
You see
23
23.
damage.
Go up to the...
Oh, right.
Wait. You can go up to the top right, the +/-, and then just click max. But make sure you clear the crit.
I
You
did.
haven't cleared the crit yet.
Yes, I did.
No, you didn't. You
I
rolled,
rolled a 12.
That's
gotta
just a regular
do an attack.
die. That doesn't clear the crit.
I thought I rolled the die, but I guess not. Okay, there we
Okay.
go.
So it's gonna be negative 12.2 tonight, Celsius.
Ooh.
So up in the modifiers, you
Insane.
click the max under damage, and then you roll on them.
Okay, hopefully I'm doing it right then. I don't think it worked.
Either way, it's gonna hit, or it's gonna kill it. It's got
Okay, cool.
it had like 10 HP left.
And then I guess it's just what's it called? It's 12, 11 or 12 on the.
All right.
I mean, it says an additional target within range is hit
Correct.
with half the damage.
Correct.
So
I think that would be a 23. All right.
it's
So
up to Dova whether it's random or the other enemy.
it would be the
Well, it
other
doesn't say another. Yeah,
Okay.
it doesn't say another random target.
another.
Well, for
viable
that,
target,
you can
we'll say.
click both max and half and then roll the damage on it.
Well,
Is that,
I rolled the
is that
damage
going to be your
before
turn,
and
York? Let's
Yes.
just keep.
Well,
keep
you
going.
didn't.
Thank-
You clicked critical
Alright.
before.
Let's go.
All right.
No, I'm
So I
trying
held
to
down space.
explain
I
how
held-
this works
I held
for
down
you.
space. I held down space by accident because that's where that's what my push to talk is. But we got the damage going, so
All right. So the living thing of teeth jello is dead,
Mm-hmm.
and the other thing is looking interesting.
It's looking fairly hurt, but it's also very pissed. And its
well-
little like train cap on top is now turned to the side as it's getting serious now.
Oh no! It did that Pokemon head turn.
It did the hat turn.
Okay. Well, I'm going to throw a ball of fire at it. So
Is this a
I'm
fireball?
Yes, it is. I'm gonna position it to the point where it doesn't hit Dusty, but it'll still hit him.
All right.
So past him somewhat.
Yep.
So you want to hit like the giant brain kind of in the middle?
Yeah.
All right.
Where did my character sheet go?
That's a great question.
All right. Fireball. Cast.
I didn't know that there was much space behind them. I would have thrown a fireball there.
All right. So it succeeded, and I'm gonna need one more actually.
One more.
That's a dexterity saving throw, right?
Yep.
All right. What's DC? 14?
14. Yep.
14. All right, it passed as well, so it's taking half damage.
All right. I'll just roll the damage on the creature then.
All right.
And
It's partially resisted. Cool. It did that right, so that's going to be 13 points of damage. All right.
And well, okay. Where's the map? I windows open. Okay, let's see. Ooh, damn! I can't. Yeah, he's gonna hobble and move up there.
All right.
and just goes, "Your train sucks."
That's pretty weak.
He's missing an arm. You gotta give some
Fair
credit.
enough. All right, so
It's not all in it.
as your turn ends, and as a response to that, the gigantic brain, kind of in the middle, rumbles out. My train does not suck.
No, you.
Exactly. As it's going to make a tentacle attack at you
Oh, it's not
as
father
a
brain?
legendary action. How many does it get per
Oh
round?
god.
3. Ooh.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's a big one. All right. Let me see. Tentacle attack. Oh, this is a big boy. All right, that's a 15 to hit. What's your AC, just to make sure?
17.
17. Is that with the -2?
Yeah.
All right. So that will, in fact, miss as one of the tentacles that's kind of embedded into the ground lifts up with a horrendous kind of wrenching of flesh and whips out at you, slamming into the kind of membrane on the side of the car here. And this music is way too tame.
See, I told you.
Weak sauce.
Disgusting. Oops, sorry. I skipped over Sindel's turn. Hi.
Hi.
What's up? Are you having a nice day?
No.
Okay, fair enough.
Sindel will move over to here and bonus action move his hunter's mark to the other creature. I think we'll target the brain later after we
All
get
right.
the ads done.
Brain seems pretty important. It's got a legendary action.
It does, but Sindel's gonna focus on the ads first.
Fair enough.
All right, that is going to hit. All right. As you do 11 more points of damage to the rather heavy-set, very muscular creature.
And he'll go ahead and order. No, until he's sure what's going on. He's very protective of DeSoto right now. So he's gonna keep DeSoto there.
All right. Dusty, it is your turn. Actually,
Oh boy.
the brain's going to use another legendary action to whip out with his tentacle towards Dusty,
Why me?
because it must be.
Can you at least read me a
That's a
story?
13 to hit. This is really disappointing. I'm getting angry.
Dusty just starts doing the can't touch this dance again.
All right, it is Dusty's turn.
Okay, let me just look at something quick, because I did get a new feature that I think would be quite pertinent right now.
What is that feature?
Wholeness of body.
I think so. I've never really done a monk before, so.
Yes. At 6th level, you can gain the ability to heal yourself. As an action, you can regain hit points equal to 3 times your monk level.
Wow.
Nice.
It's like
However,
second win.
you can only do that once and then long rest.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, how about that health I
You're
want?
just gonna send it?
Send it.
All right. Go ahead and get that healing.
So that would be 18. Minus 41. I hate math. 24.
Dang. And that's your action?
Yes. So time to use that Bonus action, disengage with another key point
All right.
and back up because, oof, wow, these things hurt. These things hurt a lot. Actually, no, I've got health now. Take another dodge action. Can't touch this. Can't touch this. Just try it. I changed my mind.
All right. So it's going to be the end of your turn then.
Yes.
On to him. He's not here.
Oh,
It's the
poodle.
brain's turn.
I think it might be getting fed up with these sassy passengers.
Yeah, it's tired of you. Let me see.
I've done literally nothing to you.
60 feet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. This would get literally
Nice.
everybody. Can I get a intelligence saving throw from actually everyone?
Sure.
Don't
Hey.
shit me now, game.
I was expecting a sanity
I
save.
believe in you,
Yeah,
and
okay.
look at that. All right, so the only one to pass was Inun.
That makes
Congrats,
sense.
man.
Oh,
I need one
forgot
from
mine.
Yark, actually.
Right.
Noon and Yark. Yark.
Oh no.
Just Inun.
Wait, was that your sanity or intelligence save?
Oh, it's intelligence.
This is intelligence.
All right then.
That's a pass. All right, so the rest of you. So, DeSoto, Sinel, and Zerth, as well as Dusty. You are all going to take a decent amount of psychic damage.
No, my dodging did nothing.
It's going to be a grand total of 28.
Oh, good thing I healed.
Mm-hmm.
As you feel a blast of kind of like just a pure headache coming from this thing. And it is, as you feel these strange kind of worming tendrils dig into your mind, those of you who failed. As you are now fully aware that you are now kind of linked with this creature.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, not cool.
DeSoto is down.
You're the
Soda's
lamest
down.
dude.
All right.
No, Darko! Not again! Today!
Inun, it is your turn.
Yep. All right. Well, Noon wants to toss a fireball where Zerth did, where it hit the both of them, and not Dusty.
All right. There's a small little spot where the scorch mark from Zer's fireball still remains.
Wait a minute, I have a question. Did it get did the brain get blasted by that initial?
The initial fireball, yeah.
Oh wow.
It just it did not make its presence known.
Ah, so that's why
So it was
seems...
there. It just was kind of counting on its conductors.
I see. That might explain why it seems a little peeved.
Yeah, it's a little bit pissed right now.
Like
Anyway,
I was just sitting here and you
All right,
blew me
it's
out.
going to be a dexterity saving throw, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Do I drag it on there or just cast it?
Let's go ahead and cast it. I'll roll. Oh, the dexterity DC is 11? That doesn't seem right.
Yeah, my spell save DC should be what is it?
Significantly better.
It should be a little bit higher.
Level plus modifier plus 8.
Yeah, or your proficiency plus your modifier plus 8. So at this level, I believe it's going to be plus 3 for proficiency. And then your modifier, so 11 is the
15?
lowest it could possibly be. 15? All right.
I think so.
And it's got advantage because it's resistant to magic.
it's 15.
That's 2 5s in a row. Cool. Same with this one. All right, that one, however, passes, so it's going to take half damage.
Did it just
Alright.
use every legendary resistance it had?
You're not sure. 31. All right, so half of that is going to be 16. That's going to be.
Oh.
All right. As another explosion of flame blossoms just in front of you, Dusty. Is that going to be your turn? All right. This guy back here, after turning his cap sideways, is going to get serious, and he's going to cast Fireball from his
Oh, that's
open
not
maw.
fair.
On me?
No, he's going to cast it on Sinnoh, Inun, and consequently DeSoda.
Can I
So-
catch it?
Peanut gallery. Oh, wait. Never mind. Oh, that sucks.
Are you sure, Dusty? You want to try to catch it?
Yes, I will make it
You want to try to
explode on
slap
us.
it down like a
Oh,
Like a
should've been
volleyball? Absolutely.
Not in
volleyball.
my house.
Like a Dragon
Not
Ball
in
Z move.
my house. Go ahead and give me. This would be just a dexterity check.
Honestly, though, if any class can do this, it would be a monk.
All right, now go ahead and give me a dexterity saving throw. Because now it's exploding right there.
Great.
Why does this always happen to
As
me?
you reach forward and just deny him, and you're
Oh.
about to gloat, as you're still going to take half damage.
Sweet. He just like looks back before it explodes and says, "You owe me." You owe
That's 25 damage.
me. He is down.
All right. That was really cool, though. You gotta admit.
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely. And he just we can clearly say he just saved his party a lot of pain. And again, he also did just throw the fireball back at the caster and the brain. So very worthwhile.
Oh yeah, totally.
All right, that teaches me a lesson to make sure that I always have an open counter spell.
Always.
Wait, do you not have counterspell?
No, I do. I just don't have any slots left.
That's so 13 half. Oh, okay. The brain is looking half alive. However, it's at this point as the brain is readying a legendary action to forcibly strike down pretty much everyone connected to its psychic link. As Dusty wakes up,
Huh?
you look around. Zerth is just casually smoking a cigarette or a cigar. Sorry. Kind of looking out the window. There's the remnants of the midday meal, just kind of on paper trays in your guys' laps.
Dusty eyes crossed.
You've been sleeping for a long time, Dusty, and you're thirsty. Your head hurts. You kind of wake up, rub your head, and you get a strange urge kind of creeping up in your nostrils, and you let out this super snotty, super bright purple sneeze right on the ground. It kind of sparkles and glows for a bit before fizzing out.
Dragon charge. Calm down. I've only eaten 7 pounds.
You look around, everything seems normal.
This is
And-
all his fault?
Do we any of us remember it?
No.
Oh no.
You guys have just been traveling along. I mean, Dusty's been having one hell of a dream.
I'm gonna.
There was one point where he actually his right arm twitched, and he just his front arm just kind of lanced out, just like a big twitch, and actually slapped the tray out of his lap. It's just
You
kind of on
okay?
the floor.
Zer's just gonna pat his head because I assume Dusty was just sleeping on him. And just like, you okay?
Yeah. Yes.
He's gonna pat him with his left arm. It's gonna be a long train ride. If you need to rest more.
I murdered my parents.
People are very angry in chat for some reason.
Oh no! I wonder why.
Yeah, I fucking wonder why. Also,
Yeah.
yeah, Kitsu totally called it out like halfway through.
Yeah.
I mean, I kind of figured out that might also be what it was.
I was trying to throw you with the cooler bone by saying, "Hey, what if we're just crazy right now?" That would have been cooler.
You notice how I just immediately changed the subject once you said that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I noticed it.
Oh god, I'm being sent to the Disney dungeons. Oh fuck, oh god.
Is there,
Oh shit.
Gotta go.
Anyway, so let's
Hey,
Join
Dova,
Goofy
wrap
in the
up real
stocks.
quick.
what was the donation goal again?
The donation goal was a tickets for a train ride that doesn't go horribly wrong.
See, we didn't get those, so obviously, the train run went horribly wrong.
Shit, yeah. Anyways,
Yeah, it's obviously all
As you
your fault.
guys-
So we didn't get helped here, and we had to go through all this. It's all of your fault.
angry. I mean, Kitsu's got a point. I mean, are you sure you guys haven't woken all the way up yet?
Oh, is the top spinning and we're walking away?
Yep,
Not
top
knowing
is spinning,
if
you're
it's gonna-
walking away. It starts to wobble, but then it cuts out.
A strange sensation in my left arm.
Mm-hmm. So as the dream starts to fade from your mind, Dusty, as all dreams kind of tend to do after a little while, you do remember it was kind of a pretty scary nightmare, but at some point you did do something very satisfying.
I smacked a fireball. Yeah. I should
Pretty cool.
do that.
You like exploded, and that's about the moment you woke up. It kind of jolted you.
Oh. I can't believe I saved my friends and ended the dream.
Yeah. Anyways,
Pat.
over the horizon. Let me actually pull up the overmap here. Ooh, it's a big map. Takes a long time to load. You guys have pretty much been going non-stop. And you guys are just exiting the King's Forest. A large stretch of very thick wooded area to the northeast of Sharn.
Damn.
Wait a minute. Does
You guys made
this
some
mean I'm the main
serious
character?
headway.
Oh man. Does this mean I'm the main character? Oh man.
You might. I mean, in your own universe, you are
Spot the protagonist.
always. Yeah, I was looking for that. Look out for that. I don't know if he has the hair to support it though. Sad.
He stands out because of his shoes.
Shit, that's true. As the train exits the wooded area, looking out in the distance, you see what at first kind of looks like mountains, or like a kind of a short, very small, localized, almost like a volcano, complete with smoke kind of rising out of the top in these thin, wispy strands. But as you get closer and closer, you realize that's a city. It is tall. It almost reaches the friggin' sky. And that seems to be that's where you're going. And I think we could probably end the session there.
Spooky
Alrighty.
session. Well, some are not going to be too happy about this, but hey, what can you do? The main character accidentally forgot he was the main character and ended the sequence.
It was a filler episode.
I'm still down a potion, though. We're still down potions.
No, I re-added them.
Oh.
When you guys weren't looking. I
Way to
put them
go,
right the
Nova.
fuck back in.
Sneaky bird.
I know, right?
All right,
Instead of stealing, I
everyone.
put it back in.
Thank you, everyone, so much for joining us this evening for a very session of Echoes of Eberron Dungeons and Dragons.
No adjective, just very.
Very.
We will be back next week with more of that. I will be back on Thursday. Unfortunately, tomorrow I get to go do an adult CPR and first aid class.
That's pretty cool.
We got
Yeah.
fan art, by the way.
Except that I'm gonna be at work from 5 p.m. until 6 a.m. tomorrow.
Ooh.
Yeah. Anyways, thank you all so
Well, I
much for
hope you-
joining, and I bid you all a very fond adieu.
Goodbye,
Happy
everybody.
Halloween, everyone.
Goodbye.
Farewell.
Happy Halloween.